Yo, what is going on, everybody? We're back.
Hello
Another
there.
episode. Hello
What
there.
up, everyone?
Well, hello there.
I Obi-Wan.
Yes, it is. Good. Oh, I'm glad you knew who that was.
Is that Obi-Wan?
Hey, is that Obi-Wan?
Get him out of the show. Get him out already.
Schedule him right now.
Yeah, no, we're back at it. Got some we got a lot of news, and we're gonna try to get at them really quick because coach has got to go early again today. A little disclaimer: I got 3 games coming up this week. We're back at it. We had a bye week last week, and
There you go.
our girls are ready to play some serious games. If we sweep this week, we will have the most wins in Atlantic high school history for flag football. So
Who y'all got this week?
we got a couple interesting games. First game up tomorrow is away at Taylor. We've already beaten them once, but it's always difficult to play a team twice in one season. So we go there, and then Wednesday. So Tuesday's away, Tuesday's home against University. They're not so great, but still can't sleep on anybody. And then and that's what we kind of been preaching on this whole bye week. And then Friday we have our last game, and that is against Pine Ridge, and that is our rival.
That's a good way to end the season.
Nope, not the end. Not the end. That
Or
would
just end the week. Just end the week.
end the week. Yeah, that'll just end the week for us. So definitely interesting. A lot of work, but I'm excited. Girls love it. Girls are really appreciating it and whatnot. So, how's y'all's week been, boys?
It was a pretty good week as far as in the college basketball world. Champ Week has officially started. Conference championships have already been clinched. And so that means that NCAA tournament automatic bids are being clinched right now. Tons of surprises going on right now, especially one school I'll mention in particular a little bit later that really shocked me by how far they've gotten so far, and they could probably be sneaky heading into the tournament semifinal tonight. In a particular conference I'll mention a little later.
Okay.
Ooh. And I was having a good day until I just read the news that my ace Garrett Cole will be undergoing Tommy John. He did get a second opinion out in Los Angeles, and he will be shut down for the season, which really fucking sucks. So we'll get into it. We'll get into it in our baseball segment a little bit later in the show, but that kind of just put a damper on my fucking day right there. But nonetheless, we are here. We are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I want to give a shout out to the fan that not fan, the person in the community that said eating on a podcast, whatever. Hey, motherfucker. I work for a living, right? And then I get off at 4:00, and then from 4 to 6 I run practice for our football team, and then run home, take a shower to be on here at 7, and then we usually finish around what do we say, boys? Like around 11?
Yeah, something like that.
We're
between 10 and 11.
10:30.
Yeah. So there's no time to eat. So I apologize for offending your greatness over there, I guess you could say. But shout out to you, man, because you know all about it. And fucking watch another podcast. I don't care.
Oh goodness.
Anyways,
gracious.
let's get on to the basketball court, man. Let's hit it.
Oh shit, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
All right, man. Well, we've had a pretty interesting week. Last few weeks of basketball, man. Things are getting kind of heated up. Moves have been made. Things have been settled. Teams are hurting or thriving.
Orlando.
Not Orlando. Not really Orlando.
They lost Jalen Suggs.
Huh?
They lost Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, but nobody's in a worser boat than the Mavs.
That is true.
They are struggling to even fill their lineup right now.
That's how bad it is. Dallas sports fan right now.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Gee, thanks.
Matt.
Sorry.
Matt.
Yeah.
Nah, hey, but we'll go down it real quick, run down the list. Go over the standings real quick, man. Cavs are still in first place with 54 wins. Celtics with 46 wins. You got the Knicks with 40 wins. Bucks with 36. Pacers with 35. That rounds out the top 5 in the East. And, of course, all the way down at the bottom, not close to not being dead last, actually. With 13 wins, the Wizards are creeping on the Hornets with 15 wins.
They're on a 2-game win streak.
The butt of the joke. Look, he's excited. He's excited. The butt of the joke of the Eastern Conference and the terrible Wizards may not be that anymore. Maybe come next week, we'll see if the Wizards can win too and at least tie it with the Hornets.
Well,
what do we
I would like to say that the Cavaliers have clinched the actual playoffs now.
Yeah.
They are confirmed playoffs. Celtics have clinched the postseason.
14-win streak, by the way, Cavaliers.
Well, I mean, that's no surprise with how they started the season, how great they've been. Boston actually just won one over LA, snapped their winning streak. So, shout out to them.
That was kind of a crazy game Saturday. I guess do you want to talk about that?
We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it.
Shut the fuck up.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
But if we're going to the West, the Thunder clinched the postseason as well. Not guaranteed playoffs, but obviously play in that first spot, 53-11. Lakers
12 games ahead.
Lakers 40-22. Love it. Nuggets right behind them, 41-23 in that third spot. Grizzlies 40-24 in that fourth spot. And rounding out the top 5 is the Rockets with 39-25, all the way at the bottom. Still not as bad as the Wizards, the Jazz, 15-49. They are on a 5-game losing streak. So,
Roosa, I have a question. You like jazz?
Okay. All right. Not a B-movie reference. Are you serious?
He said a B-movie reference.
B-movie reference.
The Mavericks they've also lost 5 in a row. They're 32-33 in that 10th spot. I mean,
shocker that's happening to the
Mavericks.
Right.
They are about to tank the season. Kyrie goes down probably for, well, at least definitely the rest of this season, postseason, probably into next season. AD's hurt right now. I don't think he comes back. Clay's not going to be able to carry this team to the finish line. I think that this is just a complete scrap the year from here on out. What a disastrous time for Dallas.
But who would have predicted that all those injuries like that?
Right.
That's crazy.
The crazy thing is to me though is the fact that my man went up there and still shot his free throws and made them. That was fucking
beautiful.
I loved it. I loved everything about that.
Hey, what's good, Rodrigo, my boy? Appreciate you hopping in, man.
It's crazy.
Let me see.
Yeah, how are we feeling about these standings? I mean, Magic, they're 30-35 right now in that 8th spot.
Yeah. Oh, you said the Magic 30-35. It's still within reach.
It's in reach.
Yeah, we're at number 8 on the East, so we're not doing terrible. We're fighting. I mean, to get knocked out, we'd have to completely
blow up.
Right.
Blow up. Yeah.
I will say that was a nice win against the Bucks on Saturday.
It was.
Solid win. In Milwaukee. So
that block that Cole Anthony had on Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
My God. I think a team that's kind of getting away with it right now for how bad they've been, Miami. 20
mm-hmm.
the 9th seed behind Orlando. They're on a 3-game loss streak. I mean, is the trading away Jimmy Butler actually really killing them right now?
Someone said Jimmy Butler.
Because Jimmy Butler's actually not doing too bad over there with I feel like with the Warriors, because the Warriors are on a 4-game win streak right now.
And they're in the 6th seed right now.
Right.
Which means they're above the play-in.
Right. Like, I mean, against Brooklyn that other night, Curry pops off for 40, but Jimmy still hit 25.
It's always good when you
know
have
what
your
I'm saying?
two best guys doing stuff like that.
And he's
Seems like he's happier.
What'd you say? Sorry, you like lagged on mine.
Who, me?
Yeah, you actually lagged on everybody's for a second there.
Oh, okay.
Not coach.
Yeah. Oh, me. Yeah. I mean, Jimmy's been playing like really good. I think him and Curry are complementing each other really well. So
Agreed. Suns, another team that's kind of disappointing. 30-34, sitting in that 11th seed. They're not even in a playoff spot right now. Not even in the play-in spot.
I was gonna say they'll take over Dallas' spot real quick, right? Kind of
They
the way that
should.
Dallas is trajecting.
They're on I would say the Suns kind of stay level. The Mavericks are kind of gonna just drop dramatically.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the Bulls? The Bulls as well. They're kind of just hanging on for dear life.
This is usually what the Bulls do. I mean, it's been a couple of seasons since the Bulls have been truly like a relevant team since that Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler. I can't even say the Zach LaVine time has been too great because
no.
I mean, clearly they shipped him out for a reason. It wasn't working. So this is expected, actually.
Definitely. But yeah, it'll be I mean, with what a little over 20 games to go in the season, it'll definitely be a kind of a unique stretch. See,
I think we're gonna start like I mean, if you're not watching basketball right now, it's now's a good time. Oh my God. Sorry, parents calling me.
Mom, I'm on the show.
Now is as good as no, it's a parent from one of my players. Now's as good of a time as any time to start watching, man, because basketball's heating up, man, and you're starting to see like that game versus the Lakers in Boston. Great game to watch. Great game to watch. It was a great game to watch, and just seeing those two like
Uncle Glenn, sort of like man.
Duke it out like they did. It was just amazing.
It's true. It's a historical battle for the NBA. It's always good television. I love those games that really draw a crowd, like Lakers, Warriors, games like that really draw big crowds. It's nice to see. It helps the ratings at least.
We got a ton of games tonight too. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 games. I'm not gonna read them all, but we got a whole list of games. You got the Lakers playing, Orlando's playing tonight. Let's see, you got the Nugs playing tonight. Warriors are playing. You got a bunch of different teams playing. So
I'll say that. Sorry, go ahead, baby.
Go. Oh, the Nuggets Thunder game is gonna be really good. Yeah,
that's a game you definitely want to keep an eye on for sure.
Yeah. And shout out to our boy, man. Well, not our boy, but Mr. Nonchalant himself.
My guy is like,
yes, sir.
That fucking interview when he's like, "How did you feel about breaking the record?" He's just like, when one day when I'm retired, I'll look back and it's a really good game. Like, you just broke fucking history books, bro. He was like, all I can think about right now is playing 3 games back to back. I need rest.
Yeah,
I gotta say that guy is focused on outside things. He just treats basketball like his job. Clearly, this guy has something different on his mindset now. Even while he's dropping records.
For those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about, go ahead and run that clip, my friend.
might last through the night for Nikola Jokic here in Denver with what he did. 31 points, 22 assists, 21 rebounds, the first ever 30-20-20 game. The Nuggets in overtime scored 24 points as a team on 8 of 9 shooting after this historic performance.
Nicole, it's just 30-20-20. No one's ever done it. I mean, like, you make it look easy. Tim Legler, who's calling the game, says, I've never seen anything like it. I get that this is just kind of what you do, but do you appreciate, for those of us watching it, we're just kind of shaking our heads?
Thank you guys. I think I'm gonna see this and then think about this when my career is over. I always say that it's some kind of legacy that it's gonna be nice to go when I finish my career in my couch and like I had a really good game. So right now it's just we have a back-to-back in 2 days or tomorrow in 2 days. So I'm thinking how to get rest, how to recover myself.
The Joker is so focused on his job that he doesn't care that he made NBA history and possibly FIBA history in general. Like, if you take a look at sheets and sheets of data, if you were to go through like every single professional basketball league that's out there, I don't think anybody's done that.
Yeah, that like, first of all, not for nothing, that stat alone is just,
it's crazy,
absolutely insane. That stat number is 30 points and 20 rebounds and 20 assists is just out of this world. So hats off to you, my friend. You make it seem like you just don't care, to be honest. You're out there like, I'm here.
You know, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just saying, like, it's actually kind of impressive.
I could do that.
I mean, it's absolutely insane to think that, you know, we saw when he won the NBA title and he's just like, I want to go home. I want to go be with my family. And now he sets a 30-20-20 game, which nobody had done previously in NBA history. And he's just like, okay, we'll look back on it, on my career. When's the next ring? When can I get my next ring? That's all he's focused on. This dude is just like Kobe, except he doesn't really celebrate like Kobe. He's very
humble.
He's humble.
Kobe was humble.
Yeah. Glenn, I agree with you. Just saying that you just need more people like that. You know, it's definitely, you know, a team sport, and he definitely he's focused on making sure that his team is put in the best position to win.
You know what we need more of?
From
Nikola Jokic? We need more players that fit that type of mold, though. Like a big guy who could run the floor and could facilitate that well. That it would be incredible to see that, because the center position is kind of like useless at this point, other than just rim protection. Like, if you're a center that can't get buckets under the basket and you can't pop out and shoot a 3-pointer, nobody really wants you. Like, there's, and think about the big men who are dominant in that aspect in the last 10 seasons of the NBA. You got like Joel Embiid, injury ridden. DeMarcus Cousins, injury ridden. It's like, it's hard to have such a high caliber player who does so much at that center position, like Nikola Jokic, and he really is one of a kind of player.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
His press conference reminds me of is when Dan Campbell would like first interview. He'd be like, "Yeah, it was a great win. I just want to go home and have a beer." That's all I'm feeling right now.
It honestly reminds me of the Kobe when they were like, "Kobe, you excited? You're up." Da da da. He goes, "Why? Game's not over."
Job's not
that
finished.
Interview. Job's not finished. Like, it's not done.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, so I respect it, man. It's cool.
I love that.
We don't need everybody to be like that, but we do need more.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Awesome.
So
we got next, guys.
We got Mount Rushmore. Coming up next, we got our Mount
Ooh.
Rushmore of shooting guards tonight. Like always, we'll let everybody else go. Then me and Damien will let ours fly. We can Damien, you're up first this time.
Yep.
And then I'll chime in. And this is a very, let me tell y'all something. Thinking back to shooting guards, and again, my picks are not people I did not watch. My picks are people that I watched playing. So I understand there are greats behind the ones that I'm gonna pick, but I did not watch them. Right? Yeah. I did not watch Drexel. I did not watch Sam Jones. I didn't watch those people, so they're not gonna be on my thing. I'm sorry. No, I did not. So
here we go again.
You can see him score 100.
So,
hey, if you're in the chat, by the way, yeah, if you guys are in any of our chats tonight, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and are we on TikTok too? Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok joining us, make sure you're double tapping that screen. Make sure you're hitting that follow button as well. All the rest of our pages, make sure you're liking the page, following all of our pages as well. I want to hear your Mount Rushmore of shooting guards as well as we kind of go through ours. I want to hear your opinion as well. There's obviously no wrong answer. It's kind of just how you personally feel. It could be past, present, mixture of both. So,
yeah, it's your perspective on who you think deserves to be up there for shooting guards.
Absolutely. Am I going first?
You take the floor, my friend.
Cool. I'll go first. So, top 4 shooting guards, no particular order. Obviously MJ and Kobe are kind of okay.
Right, go ahead.
MJ and Kobe are kind of two that really, stand out. Obviously, I include them in kind of my greatest of all time, but when you talk about shooting, you kind of just think of those two. So, another one, so those are first 2 of mine. Again, no particular order. Third one of mine, Dwayne Wade. I know we gave him a rose a couple weeks back. It's kind of hard to overlook kind of his, tenure in the league, especially with Miami. I mean, I still have his Miami jersey. So that will be definitely a gem.
And without LeBron.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
No, go ahead, Matt.
Okay, all right. Conversation another time. And last but not least, I kind of had a hard time deciding between these two. I'm leaning more towards Ray Allen, but I'm also debating between him and James Harden.
I wasn't thinking about Ray Allen.
Not Harden.
Not Harden? Yeah, I'm more towards Ray Allen because I think he had a more impact, especially with the championship team. And I don't know, he's just so famous. I'm just, at watching him growing up, he's just so famous for shooting those corner threes. And it's just amazing. So that's kind of the 4 I'm leaning at right now. Kind of honorable mention to James Harden, here and there. But like I said, more leaning towards Ray Allen in that last spot.
I like it. I like it.
Cool. We got next.
Eve, who do you got?
Actually, I got the same first 3.
So D Wade, MJ, and
Obviously.
Kobe.
Yep. I'm more leaning towards Wade just because I liked his overall mentality and shit like that, the way he played the game. He was a very tough player, played through injuries. He just made sure shit happen. My 4th, even though I like the Ray Allen, because I'm a shooting fan. Loved his touch behind the 3, but I did not pick him. I went with AI. I went with Allen Iverson.
That's true.
Just because even though I didn't really care for his mentality compared to usually that's kind of what I go for because he was just kind of like, fuck you, I'm just good. But it's just hard to ignore him, man. I mean, I looked at a couple of older players and I was like, I could pick them, but like Coach said, I didn't watch them. I mean, yeah, I know there's probably people with way better stat lines than him, but that's just my personal 4th. Okay. I kind of killed my vibe. I was gonna come here with the 4 worst players, but I was too busy to dig up the worst shooting guards of all time.
I respect it.
Benji.
Benji, what you got?
Well, howdy. So on my Mount Rushmore, I got
Speaking of
Michael.
FGCU players.
Clearly. Nah. I wish.
The whole
I mean,
FGCU team.
I wish. Nah. This is NBA, remember? We're not in the college basketball segment.
Hey,
We may get one eventually. We may do a Mount Rushmore of college basketball players eventually, and maybe one of them will be on there. You never know.
I missed last week. I had to throw a little shot in there real quick. My bad.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, number one, no particular order. You gotta have Michael on there. Clearly, arguably the greatest player of all time, as far as who I've seen.
Arguably.
Shut up, Damian. He went 6 for 6 in the NBA Finals. That's absolutely amazing. Nobody's probably not going.
LeBron doesn't know what that means. LeBron fans don't know what that means.
How many years did he play? All right. Anyway, keep going.
But number 2, Kobe. Rest in peace to you, big guy. Kobe's work ethic and his ability to just block everything out and just focus on the game and only worry about the job until it's complete. That to me really stood out. His skill level as well. Like, whenever he had to take over a game, his team could rely on him to take over games. And of course, he always took over. Number 3, looking at Allen Iverson. AI, of course, he had that mentality of I'm better than you. Why the hell we got we talking about practice, why not the game, but practice. He's always his skill set. Had he left Philly a little bit earlier and probably went to a contender like Los Angeles or with somebody else, probably like maybe Utah, if he went in the late 90s. If he played for one of those, he'd probably get a ring. He probably would.
Really?
Yeah. He probably would. And then number 4, I got to go with Dwayne Wade. I mean, that man, he stayed with Miami forever. And I mean forever. And he only left to go to Chicago for at least a couple of years. And then when he went back to Miami, it was, his swan song. And Miami wasn't going to compete for an NBA championships. He's one of the greatest. You got to keep him in the conversation. He got he got 3 rings out in Miami.
One without.
He was able to take over a game.
Shut the fuck up. It was with Shaq.
Yeah, 1 with Shaq. And then 2 with LeBron.
Yes, I understand.
Let's see what my Uncle Glenn has to say. He's got MJ, Kobe, Iverson. Solid.
Respect.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Damien, what do you got, brother?
Glad you asked. In particular order.
Okay.
I just would like to say I would put LeBron first because he could play all 5 positions on the floor. I would, but I'm not going to out of respect for a position sport. Nope. Put the yellow flag down. I'm not going to do it. So in the order that I think that they are actually here, Michael Jordan, of course, number 1. Kobe Bryant, number 2. Dwayne Wade, number 3. And Matt, I don't like what you said earlier because James Harden is got to be number 4.
Really?
He's got to be.
Really?
I don't like him as a Mount Rushmore.
It doesn't matter.
Mount Rushmore's crazy.
A 2018 MVP, a high caliber scorer like James Harden. I'm sorry, he is that guy.
He is him.
Do this all you want.
I can't
He is
see
a
him
better
as my
player
4th.
than Allen Iverson.
Okay.
But do you think is he better than Ray Allen though?
Yes, by far. Ray Allen didn't have a complete game. He didn't excel at different things in the game. He was just a really good spot-up shooter. He knew how to where to position himself on the floor to help his team win. Now, earlier in his career, yeah, he was a little bit greater of a guard, but no, he turned it to a wing shooter, which really, honestly, is what he's known for and helped build his career. But when you talk about shooting guards, like James Harden he's leagues above a lot of these guys, regardless of their historical significance to the game. He's just a better player. And I do want to give credit to guys who that won't touch this list, but are great shooting guards, like Klay Thompson. Fantastic. He's a 4-time champion. Like, give him respect. But yeah, I got to go with Harden. Have to.
Hey, at least credit for me for honorable mention though.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a fucking participation trophy, dude? What the fuck?
I'd put Harden in my top 10, but I can't put him in my top 4.
Hey, hell no.
Top 10 shooting guards?
He's in my top 10.
Reggie Miller.
Thank you, Glenn, for mentioning that. Anyways,
easily Reggie Miller in the top 10.
Thank you. My turn. Here we go. Easy. Michael, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. The number 4 is where it gets real difficult for me, right? Got Allen Iverson. You have Reggie Miller. You have Vince Carter, and you have Tracy McGrady.
Vince Carter.
Okay. Those 4 people have made my life a living hell for the last hour or so.
Damn,
in my
I
brain.
forgot about T-Mac. I didn't have a chance to think about it.
Too short of a career.
Shut the fuck up. That's my turn. You had your turn.
I would have put T-Mac in there, man.
But not gonna lie, the reason why T-Mac would have been off of that list is because of his injuries. That is why.
See, there you go.
If I had to, if I had to like numb it down, T-Mac comes off that list just because of that, his injuries, right? That you start thinking about mentality, and I bump Allen off of that list. Now, here's where it becomes real difficult for me. Vince Carter,
Allen?
mainland alum, or Reggie Miller.
Wait, which Allen are you bumping off the list?
Man.
Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Mentality-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he didn't have the best.
That's why I
was saying because there's Ray Allen and there's Allen Iverson. You know,
Clyde Drexler.
I just didn't watch him play.
I mentioned that earlier. I said I didn't pick him because I never watched him play, and I'm not going to go back and look at stats. These are people that I watched play. I respect him, obviously. I know what he did do, but I didn't physically watch him play, so I just based mine off of who I've watched play. So honestly, it comes down to these two, and I literally cannot choose. Showing my age, yeah, a little bit.
Come on, don't do that to yourself, man.
I literally cannot choose between Vince Carter or Reggie Miller. I love
I'll
both
choose
players.
for you, James.
I cannot choose between the both of them.
If I had to,
it's too difficult. Like, I hated Reggie Miller as a Michael Jordan fan because they hated each other. And then Vince Carter, like, come on, bro. The man's dunks were just out of this world, and he was a great player too as well.
Oh,
so
the thing
I didn't know it was called the dunking guard position.
No, hold on a second.
I'm
But to also go off of that, when he knew his time at Duncan was over, he switched his game to being shooting, and he was still good at that. So he was able to adapt his game when his knees couldn't do all the dunking and shit anymore. He was able to turn into a spot up shooter.
Yeah,
hitting mid-range, and
he was clutch. He was still clutch.
That's what I'm saying. So if it were me, I would pick VC over Reggie, but it's me.
Reggie Miller was I'm a Knicks fan. Hated Jordan and Miller. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
There you go.
I can't, man, because Reggie Miller was like that guy. Like, whenever we played the Pacers, it was a scary game. You never knew because Miller would turn up, bro. He was just a threat.
He was cold.
Yeah,
I love him. I love him now.
So
I love the game.
You haven't given us your pick.
Yeah, you gotta give
it. I told you it's
you
can't. No,
you can't have a 5-headed Rushmore. Come on, bro.
Flip the coin.
Hey Siri, flip the coin.
The dice.
It hurt to take T-Mac off. It hurt to take AI off. I got Reggie, and Vince. Not flipping a coin, not leaving it a chance, man. I respect those two men too much.
What?
They're great.
No. You can't. Hey, you can't do this to me when you go out there and make me pick the fucking Eagles or the
I was about to say, like, you sit there and make Matt.
You sit there and make me pick two awful teams that I don't
That's not even close to comparable.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Reggie Miller, there you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, can I change my list?
No. We don't go back and change
your list.
Austin Reeves in contention.
Oh hell!
What?
Anthony Edwards.
Just go somewhere.
Bradley.
And I'm surprised nobody mentioned Ginobili.
Okay, Bradley Beal. Okay, Bradley Beal is somewhat of a
nowhere close to
Bradley Beal's nowhere near
nowhere
that
close to
no. Okay, maybe in Washington Wizards history, but other than that,
Devin Booker.
Too early. Too early.
I agree. Donovan Mitchell.
No.
LeBron James.
No.
Get out. It's like his commercial. Get out.
Oh, hey, can you play that clip real quick?
Here we fucking go.
The Celtics
Here
one.
we go.
You talking about the
Can we?
The Glorious.
Before you say anything, I can explain. Let me explain.
You can't explain that, bro.
See, when you're as glorious and as mighty as LeBron
Oh
James,
my God! Here we
there's
go.
this aura that's around you, and Jason Tatum literally hit his aura, and it affected him.
Okay, I believe we need a doctor here to pick up this man.
What an actor!
What an actor!
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna find me a nice glazing clip for every time you talk about LeBron.
Please,
just donuts getting.
I'm gonna find.
No. I have one.
If I can't find it, I'm
gonna
right now.
One.
Matt,
I'm gonna
send
make
it right
a
now.
custom one just for you.
I'll send it later.
All right.
I'm making a custom one.
We are all
just for
witnesses.
Damien.
All right, before we go and leave basketball, I want to play that one clip. Basketball used to be so disrespectful. Like there used to be. Now you get it from here and there nowadays, but the way the game was played back then, and then even like I said, there's still times till today, but like this is what I enjoyed watching basketball so much. Like the amount of disrespect that sometimes they would do to each other, and it was just awesome. The step over from Iverson, the dunk from Shaq where he shoves that Knicks player on the ground. Shout out Glenn. Just so many plays that had happened, and it was. If you want to go ahead and run that clip, man, and we can.
Is it the one? Is
it
over a minute long? I didn't get a chance
to
name this one. I'm pretty sure this is the only one that was longer. If I'm wrong, just shake your head in the background.
Here's Shaq. Against Dudley. Nice move. Shaquille O'Neal was so powerful on that move. Dudley could not even foul him. He just got overpowered by Shaquille O'Neal.
Iverson.
Yes. How about that?
And steps over Teron Lue.
Fires it cross court. Kemp's got it right up into the alley. Power slam! Tomahawk jam into Lister's face.
Myers for Pippen. Oh, a faithful Scottie Pippen in the face of Patrick Ewing, who did not appreciate it.
Wade from behind takes it away. Chalmers, Cole, James! Whoa!
I thought it was going to be.
Oh, man, hard. Oh, he stared at Wesley Johnson, and then he hits a three. Wow.
Here comes Chris Paul. The lob.
A jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
His way, a can against Mutombo, and Dikembe says no. Clarence and Mutombo's
No, Mutombo shaking his finger. Fresh shot clock. MJ. Oh, he did it! Oh, Michael shakes the finger on Mount Mutombo.
Man, I tell you what.
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan with the
the Mutombo one. No.
And then he tried to shoot it again. He's like, "Fuck that."
No, his timing was incredible. It's crazy.
My thing, like with that is like it's the officiating is what's made it so goddamn soft now, man.
Right. Imagine
they can't fucking do it, bro.
Dude, imagine you dunking on somebody and pointing both your fingers at them while they're on the ground. You'd be
fucking thrown out. You'd be like 10 game suspension. You'd be
extra
literally
fucking
just put you in jail.
Right.
Hey, by the way, shout out Crunch Time Sports. We appreciate you guys hopping in. If you guys are in here in the chat, go give them a follow, guys. Great podcast over there.
Damn, I really want to find the video of the worst texts because they're like the exact opposite of that video. It's like anything that you've done, like Tim Duncan staring on the bench.
Right.
Like what?
Dumbest tech ever, by the way.
What was there was one that just had James Harden stare down is ultra disrespectful. Oh yeah,
ultra
100%.
disrespectful. 100%.
I'm surprised he didn't get tech for that. You know what I'm saying? The way that they just hand these techs out is ridiculous. There was like one where the player just like there was just one where he just like hands the ball to like a ref and runs away and gets teched on it. Like what?
Jason Tatum with his clapping. Every time he claps, they tech him up.
Yeah.
For what? That's
I
a good
don't
one.
know. The game of basketball has unfortunately gotten so damn terrible so often. It's just disappointing. Hey, Crunch Time Sports.
You blow on somebody and then you get a 10-game suspension. Am I right?
We just at Crunch Time Sports, we just finished our segment on all-time Mount Rushmore shooting guards. We'd like to hear what you think was your all-time Mount Rushmore shooting guards. I kind of based mine off of people that I actually saw playing, and I just kind of do it off of that. So mine was Michael, Kobe, Wade, and Reggie Miller. Matty was go ahead.
We all agreed with Michael, Kobe, Wade.
Yeah, we all agreed with Kobe, MJ, and Dwayne Wade. My only difference was I was debating between Ray Allen and James Harden.
Yeah, and my fourth was AI.
Yeah, my fourth was AI as well.
Or who do you think would helicopter parent there?
Jordan or LeBron? Ooh.
Repro baby?
Definitely LeBron. That's interesting.
That's Glenn.
I agree, Glenn. 100% agree with that shit.
Oh, here we go. He said MJ, Kobe, Wade, and T-Mac.
T-Mac was on the only reason why nobody picked him here was because of the injuries in the short career. That was the only reason why. Because I mean, come on now, that man was fucking insane.
Yeah, Crunch Time, my last pick. So we all had agreed MJ, Kobe, and Wade, but my last was a tie between four players, and it was T-Mac, Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller, and Vince Carter. I couldn't pick between the four, and I had to just do a process of elimination. And T-Mac the only reason why I took him off the list is because of his injuries and whatnot in his career. Wasn't, outside of Orlando, he kind of started to fall off. So,
indeed,
agreed.
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby. That's what I thought you said.
Nepo baby.
But yeah, that pretty much rounds out NBA tonight. Unless, Damien, you have anything for us.
You're not going to do your magic show?
Only
magic show at the beginning of the year.
Only T-Mac because when he was healthy, you couldn't guard him. True.
No magic show.
Can we just play it just because the song is cool?
Just play the song.
Not the song, but our song.
We should play the song though. That one's
no.
Let's
play our song.
You know what we could play one more time before we get out of here?
The flop, to the knee. The flop to the knee is the best.
And he pulled his groin.
He did
like,
actually pull his groin.
He pulled his groin on that play.
He hit him right in the no. I think it was before this game actually. He hit him in his beard clearly. Sensitive beard.
Man,
A lot of moisture.
Guy. A lot of moisture is crazy.
Yeah, from all your glazing.
I mean, not for nothing.
Hey, what is it? Tell me, what is LeBron's shaving routine?
He likes to.
That's crazy, bro. Landon stripper and all.
There was this time where he went just stash, shaved the beard. It's next level.
Really?
Can we talk about how Luka's just outscoring him in every?
Damn.
Should he not be?
Oh, see, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, he's 40 years old, brother.
He's 25 and one of the best players in the league. You don't think he's going to outscore LeBron James? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what's funny than 24?
Yeah.
25.
25. 50,000 points. When Luka gets there, then we can talk about it. All right.
Another pointless stat.
No, but a serious conversation right now. Where do we think LeBron James ends his career points wise?
Where's he right now?
50,000.
No. Like rankings.
No,
number one.
He's number one.
He's number one?
He could technically be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Who's gonna pass him? Curry?
Nobody's ever gonna pass him. I don't
know.
Why'd you ask?
He's saying he's saying where's he gonna end as far as how many totals?
I think he's gonna be at 60,000. Once he hits 60, that's it.
That's crazy.
I think he might get 60.
He'll play a couple more years, but
I'll say he gets 59,999.
I think he wants to win a ring.
With hashtag not my goat.
Hashtag not my goat.
I think that he wants to win a ring with his son. He wants that opportunity.
He's not going to.
Hashtag not my goat.
He does it from the bench, bro.
Hey, like my girls at flag football. What is it? How is it? What is it?
You don't even know, so stop doing it.
Lock it in.
Crunch time says 50 to 56K.
Doesn't really matter. It's like it's another pointless stat.
Cinco de Mayo. I love it. Glenn, I'm loving this. 55,000. 5-5.
It does matter, Saul. It's just a harmless little guess. Just fucking guess a number.
No, none of us are gonna get it accurately.
Get that door cocked out of your ass.
Yeah, that's true.
It is a lot.
Right.
Sean,
yeah. There's just no way. He's gonna be like 52 or something. Maybe.
What are you?
Well, actually, when did he get the all-time scoring record? Was it last season?
Record
Oh,
last
look
season.
what it is.
Yeah.
Hope he ends at 51. Courtney, how you doing?
That's hating.
It's not easy to get that many points, bro. Y'all are talking about 55 is gonna be like something that's around the corner.
It is.
He's not
by the end of the season. I'm just kidding. No, but I think because I think LeBron plays realistically 1 or 2 more years, max. I don't think he goes beyond that. I think he could get 60. Definitely going to get 55.
It's just going to depend on if he can continue to score in the upper 20s, like that 40 range. If his points per game drop at all, it's going to be I don't see it. But if you think about it, how long a season is, even if he plays 75% of it, if he's getting almost 30 points a game, that's really not as far-fetched as you think it is. So, I mean, it's a good possibility. 60 might be a little pushing it, but definitely 55.
I think 60 would be like a max.
Thank you, Sean. Me and Sean always just be vibing, you know? We're always on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see that. That's what I'm saying. 60 is too much.
So when did he hit the scoring record, and how much was the scoring record? It was like what, 30-something thousand, and now he's at 50,000, and I'm pretty sure that was last year.
What?
Hold on, let me.
So you're saying you scored
up.
20,000 points
No. I
in
think
one
it was
season?
2023.
Okay.
That's 2 years.
So
February
2 years ago.
2023, on
There you go.
February 7th, LeBron scored 38 to give himself a total of 38,390 regular season points.
So
So
you're pretty much at 40. 38,000.
Okay.
That
So
was
that's
2 years
10,000.
ago, though. So that's not.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
more than 10,000 in 2 years.
Yeah, so
I
if he's getting
mean-
11, so if he's averaging at least 5250, yeah, if he's averaging close to like maybe 20, like if he's getting 20 a night at
53
minimum.
before he gets out.
Well, how many games?
You're just saying
Said
it.
53.
Let me calculate this. We'll come
Hey,
out.
Crunch Time, we appreciate you. Hey, guys, if you're in the chat, go give Crunch Time Sports podcast a follow. Guys, they're
Definitely
do amazing
appreciate
stuff over
that.
there.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
you stopping by, man.
Absolutely. Go give them a follow if you guys are in the chat.
Have to get you on the show sometime.
53.
How many regular season games are there?
Like what, 82?
It's about 175, something like that.
He told me it's more than MLB. That's
Does
crazy.
the season end?
It doesn't. It's
Just never stop.
nonstop. They just never stop playing. That's why what LeBron's doing is so crazy. You know, he just
'Cause he's
been
done
playing
it every
he's been playing for 20 plus years and just playing all
great.
year round. It's crazy.
Okay,
It's my
you have to
best.
average. This doesn't look right though. You have to average 40 a game over 82 games to get just 3280. 3,280 points. That doesn't look right.
It's
Oh,
playoffs
no.
too.
Is this including playoffs as well? Okay. That's where he's probably.
I don't know what this proves. I mean, the man's been in the
It's
league
not-
forever.
what am I-
He's
I'm
been
not trying
in the
to
league
prove.
forever.
I
Your
was asking
fucking
a
shit
simple
grin is
question.
pissing me off.
I'm looking
All
at
right.
you.
Shit, Brent
pissing
is
me
pissing
off.
me off.
Every time I look at you, I smile.
I think it's time that we go college.
Oh, that's cute.
basketball now, and give a little ring.
Every time I look at you, I just see LeBron's face.
What a blessing, dude. What a blessing. I wish I could
Never,
see through your
never in my life have I ever called somebody my king. You
I didn't.
freaking
I never
freak.
called
Yes,
him.
you do. You literally
No, no,
call him Le Glorious, Le my
Where's that?
king.
That's not calling him my
Le
king.
Glazing.
You called him your
hold
king.
on.
You've called
You
him
really
that.
want me to go back and make clips?
No, I don't want you to go back and look.
Hey,
at
Glenn, we appreciate it, man. Hey, give my best to the kids and to Sass as well.
That's the beautiful thing about being on the podcast, man. Everything you say don't go nowhere.
Clip
All
that.
right, guys. You know what? I'm not going to talk about LeBron James for the next podcast.
2 seconds.
For the next
Bullshit.
podcast.
Bullshit.
I won't bring him up.
Okay, clip this right now, so that way that we can make sure that
All right, if you
abide by this.
if you bring it up, you're suspended 1 show.
Damn.
No, you
All right.
can't do this. No, you can't fall for Damian's antics.
not
LeBron is
gonna bring him
hurt. LeBron's hurt, so he's not going to be brought up.
Dang, he is hurt. Well,
You-
I mean,
you-
he can be brought up in
He's
any
still gonna figure out a way to
He
bring
gets
him up.
brought up at least once a day.
He's the GOAT.
I'm gonna make this for you, and I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna make a clip edit.
One more question for you.
Uh-oh.
And it's gonna be about LeBron for you.
There is one.
Oh, well, then I'm gonna find it.
If I had to pick, never mind. You know, I'm going to leave it alone.
No, go for it.
Nope.
Go for it.
God bless. Love you.
See you, Damien.
Get out of here so we can talk football.
There you go.
We gotta talk football.
What's your
I didn't
biggest
even
turn
see
on?
what the hell.
What is
What the hell was that?
Oh, like a razor.
He just
He
turned
said
his
LeBron.
nighttime toy.
All right, tell me the history behind him. Tell me the history behind him wearing a headband. What was the history behind that?
He has
Notoriously
a
bad
receding
hairline.
headline.
Hairline? Okay.
The most disgusting hairline that any human
And then he's
has
gotten
ever been
surgery
given.
and it failed, and he got surgery again and it
Okay,
failed.
he did
and
not
he's
get
gotten-
surgery.
He's gotten the hairline transplant a bunch of
No,
times,
no,
and it just
no.
keeps failing because
He
he's
just
such
glued
a
that shit on.
yeah.
Oh, he glued it on.
Because there's no way. Because why would the hair just keep disappearing? It's just not. It's not surgery. Can't be. He should just
Okay.
football. Let him go bald.
He wants his waves.
All right, for you guys you watching, we appreciate you being in here tonight. We got our usual NBA segment wrapping up here with our special guest King Roosa. We appreciate you, my man, as always.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
I will not. Next episode, I will not mention Le Glorious James.
All right.
You are a grown man, and you keep
hold you
referring
to it.
as that.
I'll hold you to it. You're suspended one show if you're suspended one show if you.
Just for you guys.
Sounds good. Challenge accepted.
Courtney, you did not miss college basketball. We're about to get to that shortly.
All right, buddy. Love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Love you more.
It's been a pleasure, guys.
By Damian James. I mean,
little Damian James.
LeBron Raymond James, the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basket.
There you go.
And he's gone.
All right. With that being said,
so let's talk about 2018, how he was the greatest player.
Yeah, no, get him.
I'm serious. All right.
Tell me more.
Hey, man, stick around for college basketball real quick.
You know what? I got to go, guys.
All right. See ya.
I got to go watch LeBron play. Bye.
Okay.
We're not about to watch him play. Shut up.
All right. Hey, we got some. We got some. If you've been watching the news last couple of days, there's been lots of NFL free agency happen. Let's hit that real quick.
Hell yeah!
It has been a crazy offseason so far.
48 hours.
And it's just getting started. It's just like getting started.
It's literally been like 48 hours. It's been fucking crazy already.
Insane. I mean, where do we even start? I mean, we'll just run through it real quick. Absolutely.
I do not have the list pulled up.
I gotta go find the list real quick.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, talk about Sam Darnold real quick.
110 million. That's a nice payday for him. Like I said, me personally, I didn't like the fact that yes, he was great during regular season, but the big moment times he failed 2 weeks in a row. I just don't see myself paying a quarterback that can't win the big game. I liked what he did for my team for the entire season, but it didn't amount to shit. But I'm really happy for him and the kind of player that he is and that mentality that he has. I'm glad that he found a way to make some money. I'm happy for him, man. I really am. I'm happy to see somebody be able to take one season and recreate their image to where they could get that payday. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about him. I just didn't really care about if he stayed with my team or not. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if he did, but I wasn't really wanting him to either.
Rodgers to the Vikings. Oh, I don't know. He might be coming to New York, Sean.
He better fucking not.
We don't know yet.
I doubt that.
I do not want a toxic player like Rodgers to touch my team.
No, Rodgers. Okay, Sean. Rodgers would not embezzle the state of Mississippi. He embezzle the state of California, which honestly, it seems pretty easy out there to get away with embezzlement of money, according to what is going on out there. But that's another conversation for later. So,
another big trade. Go ahead, Coach.
I don't know if we're gonna. I don't know if I consider this like a big trade, but Grady Jarrett getting released from the Falcons. That's kind of sad, actually. Man wanted to stay at Atlanta for his whole career, gets released, and the Bears pick him up. I don't know if just to add a little bit of depth, but
I've noticed that the Bears. Yeah, Bears are definitely trying to build up their line, but that's kind of where their issue was last year, protecting Caleb.
Well, but Grady Jarrett's a D-tack, so he's coming after.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, and he agrees to a 3-year deal for $43 million. So it's not cheap. It's a little pricey, but you get that veteran status, and He is up there. So I mean, I guess it's nice to have and to give you more depth on that D line, create more pressure. To say, yeah,
absolutely. I'll talk about a big trade that happened today. The Commanders went on and got Laramie Tunsil from the Texans.
Yeah,
but they had to give up. Yeah, that was huge. They gave up, I believe, a second, third, and fourth round pick. Second and third round this year.
They got a fourth round back with him, didn't they? Yeah.
Yep.
But still, they addressed something they needed. They needed a little bit more strength on that line. So I don't
strength on the line.
I mean, giving up draft picks every time can bite you in the ass. So, I hope that their GM is on their P's and Q's as far as trying to.
He knows what he's doing. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He
does.
Now got Dan Quinn. He drafted Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously they just traded today for Laramie Tunsil. So clearly he has a plan. Let's see. Darius Slayton's going to stay with the Giants on a 3 years, $36 million deal. Another trade. Eagles are sending Kenny Pickett to Cleveland out of all places, and they're getting back. Eagles are getting Dorian Thompson-Robinson. So that'll be interesting. That's definitely unique there. But I mean, the Browns are going to be so kind of screwed at quarterback this year. It'll be interesting to see kind of what they come up with in their scheme.
How about let's talk about the Myles Garrett over there with the Browns. What a crazy situation. Man's like, I want out of here. Get me out of here. I don't want to be here. And they're like, here's a crap ton of money. Shut up. And he's like, okay.
It's pretty much like he's like, if I'm not going to fucking win, they're not going to let me go. I might as well make a fuck ton of money while I'm here.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
He's the highest paid non-quarterback player in NFL history to make $40 million per year.
How many years is this deal?
He's gonna be there until 2030, I think they said, or some shit like that.
Oh, 5 years. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, that's disgusting, but I guess Cleveland sees something in Myles, and eventually, when is the Mr. Assaulter's contract up?
Well, they're trying to get out of his contract.
No, they restructured it. They just saved like $62 million on his contract.
Yeah.
Because of that video
so
of him
back even
dancing.
On the cap now?
Because that dumbass was dancing or whatever.
Yeah,
remember that video we found?
Oh yeah, that lawsuit.
Yeah. They were able to be like, oh, he didn't have his boot on, and then they're like, hey, they still want him on the team because of course, like you need somebody like that. He's not a bad quarterback. He has bad days and whatnot. He's just decent enough to get you by. But if you get him some decent weapons, it makes life easier for you. So they restructured his deal. It's now saving I think it was like $67 million or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Let me pull that up.
We're not about stats. We're not about stats here. We're here on No Rules Just Sports. While you're pulling that up, a lot of people are kind of not really. It's really been shocking to see kind of the fall of the Seattle Seahawks.
Why would they trying to rebuild? They've been competitors. The last 2 years they've been competitors.
Exactly.
They got rid of Lockett. They got rid of Metcalf.
Yeah, Metcalf. And now you get rid of Geno Smith. He goes to Las Vegas.
Bring in Sam, but
okay, my
Geno's
bad.
It was winning bigger games than Sam did.
Right. Geno's been just fine. He's been just fine up there. Go ahead, Coach. What do you got?
It's $36 million. The restructure on his contract, it saves. It opens up cap space for $36 million.
And
so I think there were There were 19 under the cap going in the offseason. I think remember that little image I showed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I think I called this back in January when we saw that picture of him coming out, because I remember I brought that picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's going to come back to him to bite him in the ass, and holy shit, bit him in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
In a way of keeping Myles Garrett and at least leaving a candle on for your future. So
Definitely.
But I mean, speaking of, so I don't think I've seen anything about Cooper yet, right? He's still
No.
with the
So
Knicks.
they just announced today that if they're gonna release him if no trade offers are made. So they're just gonna straight up
Could
release
you
him.
imagine though? Even though we know Devontae and him are kind of at the end, Devontae, Cooper Kupp, and Puka Nacua on the same field.
That's a
That
good
is
combo
fucking insane.
that would
with Matt Stafford as your
Matt
quarterback.
Stafford throwing. Why are they trying to get rid of Kupp? Like, keep it, man. Nobody wants him. Keep his ass.
Yeah, I was thinking that Kupp was going to be.
He probably wants too much money. That's the problem. You got to
At
think
the
about
end of
it
the
like that.
day, if you think about this, Devontae or Cooper Kupp being your number 3 receiver is fucking Madden stat. It's like ultimate team shit. It's wild.
I don't know,
So-
man. I wasn't too convinced with the way Adams played, and I get it.
No,
Who he had
he's at the end of
throwing
his
it, but,
career. We know that.
It's just gonna be interesting. He's
but
gonna be a
still,
commander
though.
on Wednesday.
That's funny. That's really
is.
funny. I'm reading right here. So his guaranteed salary next season is only $5 million.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have a crazy salary,
Right. So I don't. So I mean, even if they cut him, they're going to save $15 million.
and he clearly said he wants to stay there.
Right. So,
So it's not like he's like the one pushing buttons wanting to be moved.
it must be his agent. It has to be his agent.
I don't know, man. Because he was so disappointed. Like did y'all read his like press release about when he found out he was going to be traded or released?
He was
genuinely hurt.
He was shocked.
So it's like now you have a scenario like this. Keep him. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it at all. But
yeah, kind of some. Well, so that happened, and then we mentioned it already. DK gets traded from Seattle to Pittsburgh. So I guess hopefully it answers some of their wide receiver problems there.
Thanks Seattle.
Yeah,
but now Seattle's no one. Now Pittsburgh has nobody to throw.
Who's throwing the ball?
Yeah, no one's throwing because Justin Fields
is gone.
Justin Fields is there.
He signed a $40 million deal with the Jets.
He left
2 years and $40 million. So yeah, it's really crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh is just waiting for the NFL draft to grab a QB.
But
who are they going to grab?
Yeah, what pick are they? Because they didn't have a bad season.
No, they're high up.
They're like pick.
They're in the 20s. I'm pretty sure.
I think they're like pick 21.
So I mean, unless
they're draft the quarterback. Okay.
But who are they going to draft that high?
I believe they're 21. No, they might me. I don't know.
Unless they trade up.
They're looking.
I mean, they would have to trade up big time.
Yeah, I don't.
And what do they have to give? What do they have to give up? Unless they give up like Pickens or Najee. But I wouldn't see him doing that. What else? Who else was?
Hey, who came and talked to us? Old Commanders defensive tackle. He came up and talked to the Vikings.
Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, he came up and talked to us. I
was shocked. What was I can't remember the reason for them releasing him.
I'll tell you this. Me and Courtney's actually talked about it. And I was trying to tell her, like I said, it's sad that a lot of my salary-based knowledge comes from Madden, but it does. But him and Payne eat up a lot of cap space. They were one of the 2 highest paid defensive tackle duos in the league. So releasing him frees up some cap space. Honest, that's the only reason why they make a move like that.
True.
And that was one thing that somebody did talk about with him visiting us is that since Brian Flores has been there the last 2 years, we don't have a strong, dominant defensive tackle like presence. We have a lot of like schemes where we use a lot of defensive ends in close. So we just need somebody to eat up that middle. So we need somebody like him or somebody of that stature and that build to just eat that middle up the clog. We just need somebody to clog because we got speed everywhere else. We just need somebody to clog the middle and make people have to bounce, and we use our speed to do what we got to do. So I would like somebody like him, if not him, somebody like him as a recruitment for us. I like us talking to him, honestly.
I respect that.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Who else? That's another crazy. Oh, did you guys hear about Xavier Worthy?
No, I didn't
What
hear
about
anything about him.
He got arrested over the weekend.
Oh, they said they weren't going to press charges.
Oh,
or something. I
yeah.
did read that. I didn't read what it was about. I just saw the headline.
He's lucky.
Not pressing charges.
There wasn't really any details that were provided because basically he was arrested for
domestic violence.
Domestic violence, but they said that somebody placed, like, he had placed their hands on on a victim, like a family member or a friend or whatever, and they didn't provide any details of the full incident. And so I think that
so she watched it.
I think that the DA
Okay.
realized that the police department didn't really have any evidence. They probably talked to the arresting officer and probably determined that there probably wasn't any evidence. But I mean, there's still a case against him at this point, but it looks like he's not going to face any criminal charges. It's probably just.
Well, I mean, it's not really that. What ends up happening in those situations, it's unfortunately, he probably was like, "Hey, you're my family. Shut the fuck up, and I'm going to give you some dollars." And then they're just like, "I bet." And then that was the end of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
if it wasn't
never
family,
know,
it'd be
man.
different. It'd be different
Right.
if it wasn't family.
Like, I'm not, this is not factual here, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, he did choke this person out. So, like, he did go after his family member, and the police were called. It's not the fact that they have enough evidence or not. It's up to the person if they want to press those charges. If they don't want to press the charges, the police can't just press charges for no reason, unfortunately.
Unless something like crazy fucking happened.
Right, unless they murdered them. So,
Right.
it is what it is.
Could you here's some little food for thought. Cooper Kupp, could you see him fitting in Lamar's kind of offense with that core?
Giving Lamar anybody that can remotely catch would be good. It don't matter if they're fucking fit or not.
We talk about Batman who can barely catch, right?
Like, it's just crazy. Like, and it's funny because we've always talked about like Lamar's fact that he's just never had anybody to throw to. I saw a video where somebody finally said it, and it was finally getting some respect. Like, finally somebody else besides us is saying it. Like, he just hasn't ever had anybody. Let's give him somebody this year.
Like, put it this
For
way,
once.
the entire time that Lamar Jackson has been a quarterback in the NFL, he has never had somebody selected in the Pro Bowl.
Until this year.
Mm-hmm.
Until this year.
And he got hurt towards the end. So,
yeah.
Right.
Didn't help his playoffs at all.
That he did.
Another spot I could potentially see, maybe Las Vegas, since they have Geno now. I don't know. Las Vegas is kind of a weird situation going on out there.
Las Vegas is just in purgatory right now.
They got a little bit of they're not like obviously towards the bottom list of cap issues, but I'm pretty sure because I mean
they're
the problem
moves. Though.
The problem with them is
head coach.
That's the problem right there.
They resigned Crosby.
It's not that. It's the problem is that they're still fucking paying 4 coaches. They're paying the other 3 coaches still. They're paying 4 coaches' salary right now. Like a lot of their extra money is getting ate up.
Right, so they can't really afford to sign. Oh, here he goes.
I told y'all where he's going. Shake him out. You ain't listening. I would love to see Cup good Commanders.
Another place I could see, another player that I could see Las Vegas maybe trading for or picking up is Lockett. I mean, he knows Geno Smith very well. Debo's not a number wide receiver 2, so he would be that.
I like that Debo pickup though.
I was blown away.
He might be hurt, and it might not be the Debo that we know, but he's still somebody that you have to respect on the field because he can run the ball and can catch the ball.
Sean, are you just saying that because it's easy anybody can go coach the Giants? Is that what you're saying?
But literally, no. I was watching that thing. It literally said they're still paying the other 3 coaches.
I just think it's like, to me, the weirdest thing right now in is just Seattle's moves.
Yeah,
I don't understand it, dude. You're a competitor 2
you.
years.
You get rid of DK. Well, is Lockett dropped? Did they drop
gone.
him?
They released him. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
even
released
trade
him.
He's gone.
And then you sign Sam Darnold for $100 million.
After Geno Smith was doing just fine.
That's what I'm saying. You were competitors for 2 years. You were right there, and now you're doing a rebuild randomly. It's fucking weird.
I got a buddy that's one of my coaches is a Seattle fan. We didn't get a chance to talk today. He's not going to be one of the guys that's coming here in about 15 minutes, but it's something that I want to ask him. I'd like to ask him, see what are we talking about, dude? Like, it makes no sense. You get rid of your 2 receivers, arguably your better ones. Sorry, Geno Smith just doesn't do it for me. I think Sam Darnold's better than Geno.
And then $100 million.
Right.
But you're literally leaving him with just Smith and Jigma, and he's the only person he has left now. So who's Darnold? Yeah, but I'm talking about receivers. I'm not talking about
receivers.
They had
depth.
Smith and Jigma was their 3rd, and now he's going to be your 1.
Well, they got an 18th pick, and the mock draft per CBS Sports is looking like they're looking for a wide receiver. So go figure.
Probably.
You get rid of your best receiver and you're looking for a receiver. It makes no sense. It was like
two best receivers.
Right. It was like when they got rid of Khalil Mack. Where was he? He was with the Broncos first?
No, he was with Khalil Mack was with the Bears.
Bears. He fucking gave me hell.
No. He came to the Bears from a team.
He did? I thought he started there.
Chargers?
He was not drafted from the Bears. No,
because he's in the Chargers right now.
These are the Chargers now.
Khalil Mack. What was it?
Hold on. He was selected by the Oakland, right? No, is it?
Yeah, the Raiders.
Oh, it was the Raiders.
It was the Raiders.
Overall pick.
Oh,
yeah. And I remember that shit because who was the head coach of the Raiders at that time? And it was Chucky.
Oh, that's right.
And he goes, they get rid of Khalil Mack, and then in the draft, he literally comments, "We're looking for a Khalil Mack style player." Bitch, you had him, and you gave him to the Bears.
You got rid of him for no reason.
In Seattle right now,
hell for too long, bro. Like I fucking hated that move.
This shit's crazy.
Like Seattle, you trade away your wide receivers, and then you draft one. Like,
can you imagine?
Granted, I think that Metcalf wanted out. I don't know. I read somewhere. I don't know how true. I didn't read. Like I haven't seen it multiple times. Only see. I think he wanted out. But Lockett to me looked like he seemed like he was one of them. Like I'm going to stay here kind of players.
He's kind of like, and this is Ben. You can start talking about this too. He's kind of like a Chris Godwin almost. He's kind of like a home style guy. He's kind of like a hometown hero.
Stay there because he's getting close to the end of his career anyway. That's a reason why. That's the reason why if you notice. Lockett slides a lot as a receiver. He doesn't take unnecessary hits because he literally said, "I'm trying to preserve my body to play as long as I can." He knows he's getting close to the end, so he's sliding, goes out of bounds. He doesn't fight for a lot of extra yards, which but he's still dominant. He's not a bad player,
right?
How do y'all feel about the T. Higgins thing?
I think that's shitty. The Bengals
and they franchise tag.
Second year in a row. Come on,
it's shitty, bro. He wants a payday, and you just keep doing that because he can't say no. Like
you can tell, like on his Twitter post, he's mad.
He was mad last year.
Yeah, he was mad last year. He's doing it this year.
That's crazy, man.
There's so many teams that could use him right now, especially you could make him a number 1 receiver too.
Use him and pay him.
Yes.
Guaranteed money. Because that's the thing. The thing is, what people are like, oh, well, he's gonna get paid like a top. I forget what franchise. I forgot what it is. It's like the top 5, players in that position or something like that. I can't remember. It's like the average of them all, right? And it's like, yeah, that's cool, man. But that's for 1 year. What if he has an injury this year? Now what? You know what I'm saying?
Really fucked.
Franchise tax $23,958,000 for a wide receiver.
Which isn't bad.
26.
Don't get me wrong. oh, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing, and da 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 da. But at the same time, like, damn, man, that man can get hurt, and then all of a sudden now he's really in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, are they doing it as well because they have to pay Jamar?
Of course, and they got to pay
They got to pay Hendrickson.
They got to pay a lot of people. I don't know. I don't know.
And I understand that, but you can't just keep this man hostage.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Eventually,
That is crazy.
Fuck y'all, I'm not gonna play.
They really are.
I could definitely see that because I mean, Seattle's one place that he could definitely utilize.
Yeah, I don't feel bad though.
Seattle, I could see.
No, any team would take him that could have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Even Miami.
He's too good not to pay him, but they're
I get what you're
jail
saying,
right
Sean. I get what you're saying, Sean. But still, like, it's 23
like
million for
23
the 1 year. It's 23 million for the 1 year, and if he, like I said, if he gets hurt, like, and like he has to sit out for a year or whatever, whatever the situation may be, his stock may get hit now, and then now he can't ask for as much as like he would right now, where he is the top receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not hating on the man. Like he's an amazing athlete. And
he is. He's a great
money.
He's a great person now on fantasy.
He deserves to get paid and get that recognition he wants.
3%, bro.
It's like 23 million sorry money, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're not letting you go. You're too good, but we don't want to pay you money. It's like it's fucked up.
I think it's some crazy statistic that 3% of every single like the percentage of a high schooler going to college is like 8. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I mean they're small percentages, and then a college person going to the pros is even smaller, the percentage. And then on top of that, the average life expectancy, obviously not dying, but I'm just talking about staying in the league, is about 3 to 4 years. So this man's doing it, and he's doing it really well. I feel bad for him, man. Like, he deserves to get his money. Like, he's worked 100%. His ass off for that.
100%.
There's another. There's so much. There's like, it's crazy. It's like chaos going on.
Yeah, the list, when you're scrolling down that free agency list, it was just like, and like I said, it's only been a little bit. You just scroll, hit see more at the bottom, scroll.
Yep.
So I mean, it's been an insane first 2 days. It's like because the news started last night.
Right.
But it's just been fucking insane, man.
Yeah. Y'all ready for this percentage? 1.6% of college football players make it to the NFL.
Wow.
1.6%.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, Coach has a whole segment about this on our page, full-length video, where he talks about literally the whole process from start to finish. All the percentages, all the different things you got to do. Like, we have a whole video on our page about that. So if it's something that you're interested in, he has a full breakdown. We did a whole segment about that one time. Just from like a kid looking at, like, if I want to do this, what I'm up against kind of thing. And he has literally every step of the way. Little plug.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Nevertheless, man, and I get what you're saying. There's no telling he's going to get a bigger deal than a franchise for other teams, and the only thing he's missing out on is years. That's huge, dude. That's
years
huge.
Of everything,
guaranteed money, bro. It's guaranteed money. What you're looking for, it doesn't matter what the fuck your contract says, dude. What you look for is that guaranteed money. There's 763.
It's a lot.
So what you're looking for is guaranteed money, man. And actually that number's gone down. There's only allowed to be 85 players in college now. They actually just reduced that number. And that actually hurts high school. So of those numbers actually that E referred to as that video, we probably need to update it because it actually makes it the trajectory and the possibility is even lesser now because there's now only allowed to be 85 players on a team per NCAA, and then on top of that, you have to battle. On top of that, that's is it? I thought they were moving it all the way down to 85, but on top of that, you still have to fight the transfer portal.
CFB, when you play Dynasty Mode, you only have 85.
It could be 85 at the D1 level. The D2 level, you only get a limited number of scholarships anyways, but D3, there's zero scholarships
you
at
get
all.
like, I think it's like 25 scholarships per CFB, Dynasty Mode.
Yeah, but for Division 3, there's zero scholarships available.
There's scholarships, but it's like academic.
It's just academic only. No athletic scholarships.
Zach
Wilson to the Dolphins. I mean, I guess it's like extra protection for when Tua gets his next concussion. But Zach Wilson, out of all people,
I wouldn't have did it.
I wouldn't have either.
I would have rather taken my chances in the fucking draft.
I mean, it's better than someone like Skylar Thompson or or who was the other guy? That's Tyler Huntley.
I like
Tyler Huntley did fine. No, Huntley did fine.
Whenever Lamar went down, when Huntley was in Baltimore, he did great. He wasn't a Lamar, but he played a lot like him, so he fit that system perfect. He just didn't run as much, but he had the same kind of play style as Lamar did. So he fit as a backup quarterback. Huntley couldn't have got any better than the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. I think was it Josh Dobbs went to the Patriots as well?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I did not see that.
I see that the Patriots did get a couple grabs though. They got
did.
Patriots are looking to pick up Travis Hunter for the 4th round pick.
I don't think he's gonna be there that long. He might
4th rounder.
I don't know, man, because Tennessee doesn't need a quarterback.
Said Tennessee doesn't.
Zach Wilson should be never drafted.
Doesn't need a quarterback or wide receiver kind of thing. They'll probably get some linemen, and then Cleveland's at number 2. They need a quarterback. So
I could see them. I could see them go for either Shador or Cam.
Right, and then at number 3 is the Giants. So whoever the Browns don't pick, the Giants are going to pick. So it's either going to be Shador or Cam, and then at number 4 is the New England Patriots, and they don't need a quarterback. They
don't need a quarterback.
Well, if you saw what Deion said, he said, if I have anything to say about the Browns will not be drafting my kid, I will not let him play for the Browns. I said, damn, he's out here he's determining the drafts. He's saying, I'm not letting him play for certain teams.
Ooh, De'Ami Brown went to the Jags. That's tough.
I did not
see that. Hunter. That's true.
It's hard to fucking stay up with all the moves. Like I've been reading it all day, and I still didn't even see that. I did see one of the
I would like to see Travis go to the Jags.
Well, I don't know if he play it. Oh, someone say Jags.
Jacksonville, the community. Duval.
Man, you still about who the Bucs were able to get.
Yeah.
Real quick, if we can see today, I know, Coach, you got a limited amount of time. If we can do that,
I literally have to go.
Oh, real quick before we move on.
Closing thoughts, Coach.
Yeah, for Coach, my bad.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts from him before he has to?
Shout out to my Florida Gators beating the shit out of the fucking Alabama boys. Yes, first time we have dominated. We're looking that team is looking so good and so scary. And if we're playing, I don't think anybody can match us in NCAA basketball. Look out for the Florida Gators. Can you please play that clip for me real quick before I go? Haters gonna talk,
a better
baby.
song. That was all fucking shitty bass in that
Hell
song.
yeah, that's why I liked it.
It sounds like my fucking bass in my Volkswagen Jetta.
Nah, man, I'm so excited, bro. They are looking so freaking good. I'm just happy that we're playing good NCAA basketball, SEC basketball. We're proving why.
The real test now comes during conference tournament time. So we'll see. We'll see how well you guys are going to look.
That's what haters say, but it's all right.
I think that you guys will definitely be within a top, like maybe a 2 or a 3 seed at lowest. There is a possibility to get a 1 seed, but you guys will have to run the table in the SEC tournament. And you will need some You will need some teams to steal automatic bids in order for it to happen. But I think it could happen.
I don't give a fuck what seed we're in. Ain't nobody stopping us. I'm just saying. And I'll eat those words later if it happens, but I don't really care, man. I'm excited. My team's playing hell of basketball.
Courtney's a Duke basketball fan. She's talking shit.
God. Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
I mess with Duke right. I mess with Duke right now.
Bandwagon.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Nah.
Well, I think it's kind of a good. That video is.
It's fine, man. You know what? You know what's crazy is nobody wants to see us win, and that's fine. I hear you down there in the.
All I know is Terps winning it all, dog. What's up?
That's crazy. All right.
What's
up? Sorry to tell you, E.
Taking them all down.
Hey, if you guys watching on TikTok, we appreciate you guys. Make sure you're double tapping the screen. Make sure you're hitting that follow button. Everyone else on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, I appreciate you guys interacting, hanging out with us on your Monday evening. As always, make sure you're hitting that like button, following all of our pages. I do believe Coach has to bounce here. So, Coach, we appreciate you as always. We'll catch you next week. We're live on Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern time every week, getting you caught up on the latest news around all the sports world. So, Coach, good luck this week. Get you a 3-0 record this week.
Hopefully we can break some school history and come out on top. Hopefully next Monday I'll be a happy coach and have broken school history with wins.
Later, Sean.
Peace out, y'all.
Absolutely. Later. Hey, Coach, good luck this week. Keep us posted.
Yes, sir. He gone. Oh, shit.
Oh, hello.
Damn.
Cool. Okay, there you go. No. I like this one better.
Yeah. But man, I want to talk about the Bucks real quick. I just want to siege the Bay if that's cool.
Yo, you want to see something cool? No. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Nobody can do it like me. Zoop house plate with the kick.
Man, that's just great fucking music pick, E. I love that shit. Really appreciate that. But anyways, Bucks went ahead and they did a little bit of cooking over the weekend. First, it started out last week with a 1-year deal for Levante, 35 years old. Man, I tell you what, he ran down Jaden Daniels in the wild card game earlier this year, and I saw that clip a little bit earlier today, and it makes me think, like, look, if you're beating a quarterback that is 13 years younger than you, if you're beating him to the sideline in a playoff game, nonetheless, you're still playing at your top physical peak. So I don't think Levante really has a kind of ceiling. I think it's just when he's going to be done, like when he's ready to go and ready to say, see ya. Okay, Courtney. But
you know what, Courtney, do it. I need a break.
I mean, I don't know who she's a fan of, so but maybe in college basketball. Maybe when we get to college basketball, she'll start cussing out. So
no, she'll start cussing them out if you don't like her sport team. Because she's a Commanders fan for football.
Yep.
Well, I mean, listen.
Already got the
that's why her and Matt go at it because of the Cowboys.
I'm being honest. So Today we also got back our left guard, Ben Bredesen, 3 years, $22 million. I mean, he needs a nice little chunk of change. The dude is very solid at left guard. You know, our offensive line has been playing great for Baker. Just give him plenty of time to throw the football, and Ben is definitely a big part of that. Really appreciate having him, and going to continue to have him. Chris Godwin, of course, that was the big question mark. He was obviously the top free agent wide receiver that would be available. Currently, he is injured, coming off of that ankle injury at the moment that he suffered against the Baltimore Ravens. He did resign for 3 years, $66 million total, $44 million of it guaranteed over the next 2 years, which actually guaranteed at signing. So, you know, he's been very serviceable to us. Appreciative to have somebody as loyal, as trustworthy, you know, as much of a hard worker in the slot as he is. Hopefully he gets healthy quickly. You know, I mean, I saw this video of he and his wife. Basically, his wife was loading balls into him, into a jug machine for him, and he was just practicing on this. Yeah. I think it was the one where you guys threw a bunch of glazing in the chat for Chris Godwin. But yeah, she was loading balls into a jug machine for him and just letting him just practice on it, practices working on his hands, just making sure he can just physically catch the ball. He's not able to run at the moment, at least I don't think. But
I mean, once you have hands, you're gonna have hands for the rest, unless you're like Kadarius Toney or something like that.
He keeps his it looks like he just keeps his hand warmed up. So, you know, he has a jugs machine that's ready to go in his backyard. I think he just loves to just practice, and his wife has definitely been a big help once I saw that video. And then Hassan Reddick came in 1 year.
Yeah,
12,
I saw that he came
12
down.
million. Can get up to $14 million with a $2 million bonus. You know,
he's a bit of a diva. You should watch him.
Yeah, he causes locker room drama.
He's a bit of a diva.
There can be a bit of a drama, you know, but look, we'll give this guy a reset. We'll give him a fresh start. We'll set the expectations.
He's getting up there in age. He's getting up there in age, though.
That's why he's probably on a 1 year deal. Then I mean,
yeah,
look,
that's why they did.
We need edge rush. We don't have really a real edge rush at the moment. We only got back Shaq Barrett at the end of the season for playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question becomes, like, you know, who are we going to have that's a permanent edge rusher? Who do we have on the line that can help us out? So really appreciate having Hassan. Jason Light been doing a great job so far this free agency. You know, people like to go on and say stuff to the media, this and that. I like how he sits back and just does his thing. I love how every player just sits back and just lives their life like the media doesn't exist. And then when they're ready to speak, they'll come out and speak, but they won't say anything outlandish. That's the kind of locker room that we are in. So, you know, if Hassan, obviously their drama typically to me gets created by the media. I don't think necessarily it's really a thing internally with locker rooms. I really think it's more about how people try to spin stuff.
He sat out for a while.
He did sit out.
So he had that whole drama.
But it's a business at the end of the day. People like to make mountains out of molehills. With
I'm
me,
gonna tell you this, as a competitive athlete, I'm not sitting out just because I'm not happy with my money.
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna go out there and show why you should pay me, not cry about it and say I'm gonna sit until you do this or you do that. I just don't like that.
I understand. So, but
that's just like how I think about it. You know what I mean? So I guess that's just how I think. Like, you only have but so much time, so why waste it being fucking petty? Like, I get it, it's a business, but that's why you have agents that help you get out of shit like that.
Well, I think part of the issue too was that he ended up signing with the Jets, and we know how the Jets.
There you go. Yeah,
So
that's all you have to say. Sign with the Jets.
I'm pretty sure that he was pissed at his agent, and he probably didn't want to go there, but he ended up there anyways. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think he'll be fine. I really think he will. So, but yeah, great start so far.
What are the Cowboys doing, man?
Yeah. We got to pull it up real quick. Play the clip. Let's get that intro going.
Well, Cowboy Nation.
I mean, if you have anything. I didn't see him actually do anything yet to have a Cowboys.
Do you have anything?
No, there's no. There's okay. They did do one thing. They signed. This is really pathetic too. They signed former Denver running back Javonte Williams to a $1 million deal, $3 million deal.
So that's what I mean. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I just hadn't seen their name, so I was just genuinely asking. Like I didn't know if they had anything that I missed.
Yeah, all they did was grab weight. They re-signed a bunch of people. They re-signed Osa Digizua on the defensive line. But really, other than that, just not much. They restructured CD and Dak's contracts. So they freed up about $60 million in cap space.
This is like the second year in a row that Jerry Jones just hasn't done diddly shit.
Well, it's still early.
It's nothing new. It's nothing
early.
new.
But yeah, y'all didn't do
right now.
shit last year.
Yeah.
See, what's gonna really piss me off is if we pass on Jonty in the draft, and I could totally see Jerry doing some bullshit like that
if he's there. But what's y'all
He's not gonna be there.
What'd you say?
What pick do y'all
not gonna
have?
be there.
We have the 11th pick or the 12th.
I don't know if he's gonna be there.
Yeah, Jonty going top 5.
No, he's not.
I don't know top 5.
We talked about it.
There's
we
so many teams that need quarterbacks. I don't think top 5, but I definitely think top 10. I think y'all barely miss him.
We'll see.
Well, if he
happens to stick around and y'all don't get him after knowing y'all's running game was so trash,
fucking Jerry Jones bullshit right there.
Yeah, that would be crazy to me. But
I don't know. But I remember we ran through it. There's no really team in the top 10 that needs a running back.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you got a generational talent like that, it's hard to say no, even if you don't need it. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it's hard to say no because they can easily take him, see how he does in the beginning of the season, and if he can measure up to what he was doing in college, you know what I mean? They can always trade whoever they have at running back, even though running backs don't really have trade value like that unless you have somebody crazy.
Right. Yes, I did see Michael Gallup is meeting with Washington tomorrow. That's he's a good guy. He's a good long, like, deep receiver. I don't know how much juice he has in him left though. So I guess you got to get someone that has to replace Diami Brown.
The one thing we talked about before the show is obviously Vikings got back Aaron Jones.
Yes.
Not mad about it, but I'm not happy about it, if that makes sense. I like what he brings to the team. I like what he brings to the locker room, but he's just not that guy anymore. He's just not. He's not.
He's kind of peaking. He started to peak last year in terms of a running back.
Good as your backup 2-punch. But I think that we need a dominant one. We're missing that dominant one. He only had like 2 good games last year. Like he had very average games, but you said what?
Who's still free in terms of running backs right now that you could potentially bring in? Or
I think my team drafts a running back. I don't think we go out free agent wise. I don't see us doing that. I see us probably drafting a running back.
Okay, Courtney. Okay.
Here's the deal. I think, taking a look at the draft order right now, you got Tennessee, Cleveland, New York, New England, Jacksonville. That's your top 5. Number 6 is the Las Vegas Raiders because they currently do have the 6th pick at the moment. Cleveland. Here's the deal. At number 2. I'm looking at this article right now. It says that the biggest need was an edge rusher. I understand that. But if you can make sure your offensive line is developed, you can at least put a weapon out there in Ashton Jeanty. I think that there could be a surprise.
I don't
They're
see
not going to draft
the quarterback.
Matt, no.
They're not going to draft
I think that there
Jeanty.
will be. I do think that there could be a surprise come draft night that Jeanty could go to either Cleveland. Now he could probably go.
Why would he go to Cleveland though? You have Nick Chubb, who's a perfectly fine running back.
Nick Chubb has had injury issues.
Okay, but then you're
going to go for a quarterback.
They go more for a quarterback. They would go way more for. They're going to need someone more in the long run than a running back.
I think Cleveland goes for a quarterback, but I think they wait a little bit before they actually take their picks.
But
they go and they try to get a weapon.
They're number 2.
I think they try to go get a weapon, specifically in Ashton Jeanty at number 2.
They're going to go
I don't like that take.
Quarterback.
I don't like that take.
Watson, not only is he not really producing as much, he's also keeps getting hurt. They're not going to pass up on a generational number 2 pick quarterback that could potentially be their franchise guy. Even if he's a backup for Watson, they're going to pick him just because they need it.
He needs to develop.
Because they can easily try to get rid of Deshaun Watson or just let his contract run out, and they'll actually have a chance to do something that most teams don't have and let him sit for a year if they want to, and let Watson do his thing if that's what they decide to do.
They're not going
to actually have a quarterback learn the game and sit. Not many teams, because most teams that need a quarterback need it then and there. They'll have a very unique opportunity. I don't see them passing.
But do you really want to learn under Deshaun Watson and Jameis?
No, that's not the player's choice. It's the coach's choice.
You're not going to
be making a decision.
Now, Jameis, I feel like would be a serviceable backup that would probably just if you had.
He's getting the start next year.
Whole year.
He's going to get the start next year.
If Jameis ends up starting next year, look, I don't think the Browns need to take a quarterback in the first round. I think that they need to build around the quarterback that they have in their room. Okay, they do need some wideouts. All right, they do need an offensive tackle. But currently, right now, what I'm looking at as far as in quarterback, you got Jameis Winston, who's currently an unrestricted free agent. He could re-sign to Cleveland if he wants to. You do have Deshaun Watson under contract, of course.
And then today you just got Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett just came over from Philly. And Bailey Zappi. So, look.
None of them are shit. Jameis Winston's a great vocal. He's a great media guy, but he's not a good football player at this point.
Okay, so what about Travis Hunter then?
Well, I
just don't see. I don't
see the Browns
top 5.
They're not going to pick. Johnson's not going to go top 5. I just don't see it.
I don't see the Browns picking Travis Hunter. But I don't also see them taking a quarterback either. I think that they end up trying to get the best running back that they possibly can. And then
But why? You have Chubb, you have Jerome Ford, and you have Deontay Foreman. Those are 3 great running backs right there. Those are 3 perfectly fine running backs. You don't really need to pass on.
Their weakness hasn't been their passing game. They didn't have nobody to throw the ball to.
Right. So if anything, they'll go for Hunter. If anything, they'll go for Hunter because at least he can.
Judy was hit or miss.
Right.
At best.
I guess I got bad takes tonight.
You never know what the GM's thinking. You really don't. Be right.
I mean, they do have Jerry Jeudy right now as the one weapon. I mean, look, you can always pick wideouts.
Great.
Yeah, but hold on. You can always pick. Everybody focuses on the first round. You quit focusing on just the first round.
That's
is
true.
What I'm trying to say, because you can pick your quarterbacks in the second and third round. You could easily
but
get
not many people do
great wide receivers in the 3rd to 4th round. You can easily get great wide receivers out there.
That's if you find a sleeper that everybody sleeps on. And my thing is, it's like you don't have a lot of Tom Brady stories out there where you're like some late round pick quarterback and you turn out to be fucking great. Usually that's why the quarterbacks go so early.
Yeah.
Usually your late rounders are your backups for the rest of their life. You don't have a lot of those crazy late rounder quarterback stories. They're always drafted first round. Because
I just don't
there's a
see
reason
this
why
quarterback
they're
class
that
as a
projected.
great QB class. Now, Shador,
I don't
obviously,
either.
great guy. Great QB. He's probably.
So
I
that's
wouldn't
my
be
thing,
surprised
though.
if the Giants trade up to go get.
That's my point. So say what you just said, that this isn't a very good
Yeah,
QB
but I
draft
think
class,
that
right?
they trade with
So
Tennessee.
why would you wait? Why would you wait if you know the quarterback draft class isn't good? Why would you wait to a later round when you already have slim pickings? That's what I'm saying. That's why I just see people being very aggressive with the quarterbacks this year because there isn't a crazy good draft class.
Yeah.
That's why if there was like a wide range of people to pick from, I could say what you're saying. They could pick a decent quarterback in the second round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's look at let's look at these teams. I want to run down kind of like division by division who needs a quarterback. AFC East, obviously. Oh, that's the other thing we forgot to mention. Josh Allen signed a 6-year deal.
Fucking stupid money.
Ridiculous money. Does not worth. You can cuss me out or whatever.
I don't understand the whole thing about quarterbacks wanting to eat up all your fucking cap space.
Right.
Who do you throw to when you take all the money for yourself?
And that's their issue. We've been saying it all season. That's been whole season problem. They have nobody to throw to. They have nobody who's good. Amari Cooper, yeah, you traded for him, but he's washed. We all saw that he is just garbage.
So they let go of Von Miller too.
Yeah, they let go of Von Miller, but he's practically done though.
Something just popped into my mind.
What's that?
I don't know if he is on the board, like still available, or just already off and signed with somebody.
Who?
Kirk Cousins. He had an awful
year.
He's still with the Falcons.
He had an awful year.
He's stuck in Atlanta. They said they're not releasing him.
He's stuck.
They're not.
I read that.
He'll be the highest paid backup.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if Aaron Rodgers ended up going to the Browns?
They wouldn't do that.
They don't have the money for him.
They won't. No. Yeah, they don't have the money for him. If anything, he'd probably, if he's going to go to a shitty team, it's going to be the Giants over the Browns.
Will they can actually pay him?
Or the Titans?
I mean, yeah. No, he wouldn't go to. He wouldn't
Titans
go to
would be weird. That'd be
no,
really
because
weird.
they have Mayo Boy and they have Mason Rudolph down there. So, let's see, Jets. So they just got Fields.
You know, I know a lot of people hate Fields, but I've never. I think
that's going to be a perfect opportunity for him. He's gonna get his starting role. It's not going to be great because now they have no Devontae Adams. They have
Wilson.
Yeah, they have Garrett Wilson, who was really supposed to be the number one receiver. So that's someone great for Fields to connect with. They have Breece Hall's running back. Breece Hall's a great running back. Don't get me wrong.
And the young boy they had last year, the rookie. He was actually a good little 2-punch because Breece Hall was your fast, get on the edge and do what I can do. And then I think his name was Allen, something Allen, maybe. I could be fucked up. I know he's 0, but he was like your power running back. I'm gonna shove it down your face.
Braylon Allen. Allen.
Yep.
You got it.
I like their running back core. They don't have a bad backfield. It's just they need a good quarterback and they need chemistry. The problem with the Jets last year wasn't their roster. The roster was actually pretty solid.
Yeah, they had great talent on the roster.
Their chemistry in their locker room destroyed that team. You cannot have a toxic locker room like that and expect to do anything in football. Locker room is everything. That's why a good coach that creates a good culture is so important for football, more than any other sport, I think, because you just have so many personalities. It's a tough game. It's hard fought. It's rough. You have to have good chemistry or that team is going to crumble. And that's something the Jets did not have at all. And it all started with fucking Rodgers. That's why if he touches my team, I will hang the jersey up for until he leaves.
Crazy. No, he's not gonna go there. I think McCarthy got enough.
I don't think so.
I think McCarthy got enough, experience from Darnold.
What I like about what they were saying about McCarthy, is, Commanders are perfect proof. As soon as the locker room changed, their team changed. They didn't have a crazy amount of weapons last year, but that coaching changed everything. But I will say with the McCarthy thing, I did like when I was reading somewhere or watching something they were talking about, he was competing very neck and neck with Darnold throughout the beginning preseason. So he was showing that he had those glimpses. Then he got the one thing that most quarterbacks don't have. He had a year to learn.
Right.
He had a year to sit behind Darnold, to listen to Kevin O'Connell, which is a great quarterbacks coach.
Yes, excellent. I mean, you can ask for anybody. Yeah. You can ask for anybody better.
So you have him coaching him through scenarios, and he got to learn for a whole year. Do I think he's going to come out and be some crazy fucking Patrick Mahomes story and all that shit? No, I don't see that. But I think that he can produce the way Darnold did in our scheme. I don't see why not.
Agreed.
We'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, we scrap him and we have, draft the following year. I mean, I don't see us.
Right. No, but he's not that type of guy. I think he definitely has potential.
He's a competitor. He's a competitor.
He is. I agree. So, anyways, going back. So I'm looking down the standings. Really, the only team, only realistic teams that really need a quarterback will be the Jets, the Browns,
Giants.
I'm going on AFC. I'm going to by conference.
Oh, my bad.
Jacksonville, maybe if the Trevor Lawrence project is over after they're done with that after next year.
In Trevor Lawrence's defense, his receivers couldn't catch shit last year.
They suck.
He was put that one drive. He threw 3 dots and they dropped them in the end zone. Like it wasn't like
so they were doing. You can't blame Lawrence. You
wide
blame
open dots, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
He just needs more competent receivers.
Yeah, I can't write him off yet.
I could see Lockett or Cup going there. Maybe more Lockett.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're getting rid. I mean, Evan Ingram, he got released as well.
That's all he got released. Yep.
Christian Kirk but he was going to be done anyways. But Christian Kirk got traded to Houston, which I think is anybody you trade within your conference, within your division is wild.
We did a lot of that last year.
Yeah. Well, I say the AFC North is definitely notorious for that.
Definitely did.
Not just trading, but just like free agent grabs, like everything. We were very interconference last year.
But the trade within your division is just insane. And I don't think Houston doesn't really have a wide receiver issue, though. They have Tank Dell, they have Diggs, they have Nico Collins. Now Christian Kirk should be your number 4, I guess. Unless they're planning to get rid of Diggs, because I think Diggs was only on a 1 or 2 year deal.
I don't see him getting rid of Diggs.
No, you can't get rid of Diggs. And Take Dell. I mean, maybe they just get Kirk for injury. Have depth and injury assurance.
Yeah, because they want to learn from their mistakes. And like shit, we got fucked last year.
Right. So Jacksonville maybe, but we just talked about it because it's not Trevor's fault. Las Vegas is they're gonna need a long-term quarterback. Geno's not gonna be there forever. But I will say Geno is a good person to learn from.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely could see either Shador or Kim Ward going there.
Yeah, he's a good vet to learn from.
Absolutely. Giants, as you mentioned, Giants will need a quarterback. And that's really it.
Dallas could use a quarterback.
I mean, yeah, they could use that's funny. Good one. That's really it. Who will need kind of a quarterback to kind of build off it, let develop. I mean, maybe New Orleans, but I doubt Shador or Kim Ward are going to be there by the time New Orleans.
I think New Orleans needs it because Carr is just is what it is.
Carr, yeah.
I did see that I did see they opened up renegotiating and reconstructing his contract.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I would hope so because they're $62 million over the cap.
Yeah,
like we mentioned,
they're bad.
Yeah, like I said, that's bad.
I learned all my salary shit from Madden. I picked them just for the hell of it, and I was like, "Yeah, I can't do this. I can't even fix this shit."
You know who's not going to be good next year is San Francisco.
San Francisco is a weird.
They are
specimen, man.
Well, everyone saw it coming though because last 2 or 3 seasons, yeah, they were, made the NFC Championship game, but they had to pay all these they were gonna have to pay all these players at once. So you knew it was just gonna happen. So obviously Debo goes to Washington. I heard Ayuk also wants out of there as well. He wants to trade out of there.
He went out of there last year.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see his name in the trade book in the trade block this week or next week. So with that, I mean, it leaves you as your number one receiver is Ricky Purcell or George Kittle. I mean, obviously George Kittle's going to stick there. He's not going to go anywhere. But Dre Greenlaw, I was reading through the list of trades and free agent transactions. He went to Denver today. So that's a big weapon off of their defensive line. So it'll be, San Francisco finished last this year, so it could very well easily finish last again next season. It's definitely something to keep an eye on.
From one of the most dominant rosters to what?
To dead last.
It's wild.
And they're drafting ahead of Dallas. So there's another team. They could use a whole team. That's facts. Sign me up, right?
They could.
Indeed. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, draft is coming up here in about a month and a half.
I do think I think it's going to be a fun off season. Just the way this started off.
Oh yeah, the regular season started pretty much today. The off season, the new season started today, pretty much.
Eagles lost a couple of their big names too, didn't they? They lost Milton,
Darius Slay. Well, we talked about Darius Slay last week when you were in here. Yeah. That's kind of not surprising. They kind of needed the cap space there, and they have depth at their secondary position.
Their young boys were balling.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it too. I definitely could see Slay going back to Detroit where he started off in.
Yeah.
Who else did they lose? They lost.
Lions lost Carlton Davis III, but
I saw that too.
DJ Reed.
Yeah, DJ Reed, which I think that's a kind of a good drop, and then
it didn't hurt them. It didn't hurt that they lost him. Yeah,
absolutely. The Eagles lost someone else as well. Trying to look through it.
I think was it Milton Williams or something Williams something.
Looking right now. Obviously, they traded away Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, it's Milton Williams. He went.
Milton Williams. Okay.
He's finally. Hold on.
Our TikTok just went down, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's trying to say we're inactive, even though we're active. I think that he might be going to the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Rodgers. Yeah.
Oh, they lost Josh Sweat too.
Josh Sweat. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Josh Sweat. He went to. Did he go to the Lions as well?
Sweat went to.
When
I open up this, it's because I'm opening up this web thing.
He went to not Detroit. He went to somewhere.
He went to Arizona Cardinals.
That's right.
4-year deal, $76.4 million.
Okay, not bad. Cardinals up. I'm interested to see what the Cardinals do. They had a promising season last year. We obviously saw a full season of Kyler Murray, so I'm really interested to see kind of what they do.
I like Kyler Murray.
I do. I do too. The
problem with him is he's a little inconsistent. He has a game where you're like, holy shit, he just did that with his legs and his arm, and then his next game is like, who the fuck is that playing? Is that the same guy?
I feel like if he had some more receivers to throw to as well, obviously,
your number one is rookie.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's obviously going to be your big guy, and they're going to give him.
But my thing is, that's what I'm saying. A rookie was your number one. That's wild.
Yeah, it's insane, and he didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, well, that was hard when you're competing against who you're competing with for that.
Right.
But
let's see, Niners just formed USAC. Oh wow,
no
that is
way.
Huge.
That'd be a pickup for anybody.
Absolutely, and he was like a staple in that 49ers team.
Not like he's like the fullback position has died. It's nowhere as important as it used to be. It used to be critical for a team, but he can play fullback and block, tight end because he can catch and he can block. He can fucking run the ball if you need him to. You could throw him out wide if you like. He's one of them versatile players that he would be good for anybody's offense.
Honestly, I could see him going anywhere. I could really see him going anywhere. Okay, maybe not Dallas. Not Dallas because they have Hunter Lipke as a fullback. I'd say he's probably the second best fullback in the league behind Juszczyk.
I like ours. I mean, I like CJ Ham. I've always have liked him. He's a great guy, personality wise. He can catch the ball if he needs to, and he can block. I like our fullback too.
Ben, who's your fullback?
Modern fullback, or are we throwing it back?
Yes.
I'm not throwing anything back. We're not talking about.
I really don't have a modern day fullback that I can actually name off the top of my head. Okay. I really don't know.
So a lot of teams don't have them at all anymore. They just whenever they need a fullback, they throw. They have a fourth tight end that they get throw back there.
Backup running back.
Yeah, I mean, really, in all honesty, majority of it's a dead position.
Yep.
That's why he is so important, though, because he is versatile. So you still have a fullback, but you can utilize him in so many different packages. That's what makes him valuable, which is shocking that they would release him.
Yeah,
exactly. I would love to see Cooper Kupp in a Dallas jersey. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan, but I really think that it kind of opens up, players to throw to Dak, because when Dak had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, he was comfortable. That's when he was throwing for 5,000 yards.
Everybody here in the comments on this damn podcast would be like, I would like to see Cooper Kupp in a Vikings jersey.
Right.
Like hell of a wide receiver 3. We need that. That's a problem. We don't have a wide receiver 3. I would love to have him. Like, bring him on.
Maybe Lockett. Could you see Lockett coming, or is he too old?
Absolutely. Put him in there. Plug him in. He got hands.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got hands.
That you might be true about that. I would love to see that position come back, because I think that fullback is very important. It's just that the way they've made it so pass dominant, a lot of teams don't even have the fullback package. They only have goal line. And like I said, they'll just throw another tight end there. They'll put a tight end, or they've been even doing the fastest lineman they have, throw him in the back. That's a popular thing now. Throw a fucking fast lineman back there. It sucks that position has died out the way it has, because I think that fullbacks have always been an important position on the offense.
Right. How much did they pay Josh Allen again? Was it like
something stupid?
Something fucking stupid.
Stupid.
I just want to see more jumbo sets in football.
Yeah, they've kind of
jumbo
gone away. We don't really have that. I mean, if they do run jumbo, they do the jumbo with the line, extend the line out, and just have a single back there. They don't have the fullback sent with them. Shit, you remember a lot of teams used to run that where they have a fullback on one side, tight end on the other, and the running back behind, have that fucking 3-back scenario going where you can have the tight end swing out, options, and all kinds of shit. They don't even really be doing that shit anymore.
You're talking about a triple option or wing back offense, probably? It was a wing T offense?
It just depends on what scheme you run.
But
yeah, depends on what scheme you run. They have different names for it. That's why I didn't really go into all that. It just depends on the scheme that you run. But a lot of teams used to have that shit. It was really popular in college.
I saw that. Sorry, I'm looking through like the different. I'm still looking through the feed as well. Josh Palmer from the Chargers, he went over to the Buffalo for a 3-year, $36 million deal. So I guess it adds some help to their wide receiver core, but again,
not really.
Yeah, he wasn't really that good anyways. He's not. I wouldn't say he's like a top receiver. He's a second or third at most.
Yeah.
I mean, so they still need help over there. I mean, yeah, Mac Hollins is good, and I mean Amari Cooper. I don't know who knows what Amari Cooper is going to do, what his condition is anymore. Let's see. There was one more. Oh, who? Well, I guess some people are shocked. Some people may not be shocked, but Joey Bosa got released from.
I saw that. I was shocked about that.
I was purely shocked. Some people were like, maybe no, he's up there in age. No, he's still a very valuable defensive end.
He still did his thing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. He was a great part of. Yeah, he was a great part of that Chargers defense. I mean, Chargers defense was a top defense in the league last year in terms of stats. But yeah, he was a huge part of that. So them releasing them, that's crazy. So I mean, some people say, oh, he could go join his brother in San Francisco. I doubt that because that would be
wild as fuck.
That would be
boys on each edge. That'd be.
Could you imagine?
Yeah,
that'd be wild.
Minnesota. I mean, y'all could definitely use depth at defensive end, right, or on D line.
We had a lot of no names. We had.
Well, yeah, because y'all had a crazy at training camp. Y'all just were injuries left and right. Remember when we first kicked off the show?
It would help us out. Absolutely.
Because
you think about the scheming that Brian Flores, do you give him a name? It's like, I mean, see what he did with Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I will run this real quick before we get off of football. The
DK. Which one? Oh yeah, the DK club.
Cool about Steelers coach liking and respecting him, and then he gets him. You could tell after him.
Definitely. So yeah, before you guys, before you play it, if you guys are just joining us, by the way, appreciate you guys hanging out with us, spending your Monday evening with us. If you're on TikTok, make sure you double tap the screen, hit that like button. These guys joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Just make sure you are following all of our pages, hitting that like button, interacting with us. So we're talking some free agency in the NFL right now. We're open to talk about anything. If you guys want to, you can always DM us, or you can just show up in the comments if you want us to talk about anything, any sports kind of related topic. We are more than open to talking about it. So make sure you're interacting with us. We appreciate you guys, our regulars who are in here. If you're just joining us, DK Metcalf, number one receiver in Seattle, just got traded today to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I believe Pittsburgh sent a second, third, and fourth round pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I did not.
I'll look that up while you play. Go ahead and play the clip real quick. I'll go ahead and look up that specifically.
DK hustling some. He is, man. He is. He a hustling some now. Don't sleep on him. I gotta use that tongue. You know it. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Nothing but respect for you, man. You too. Keep living. Yes, sir.
See, I mean,
he went and got his guy. He wanted that guy.
Yeah, he knew he wanted him. Now the only problem is they're gonna have to find a quarterback who can throw to him. Because now they're
now they got Pickens and him.
Yep.
So what are they going? Who's going to throw to him? That's the problem.
Exactly.
And they got the move.
Yeah, Pat Freiermuth.
They got everything. I mean, but they don't have nobody to throw it to.
Right. Need that F1 commentary this summer. That's right. Let's see. Oh, okay, so they're sending a second round pick only. And it looks like the Steelers are going to pay him 5 years, $150 million over 5 years, an extension. So that's, I think if you're Pittsburgh there, you definitely won that trade.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Saints just resigned Chase Young, James Daniels. Okay. Dolphins just grabbed.
Okay.
Chase Young. Okay. I'm actually shocked that Chase Young is going to stay in New Orleans.
I mean, they're in cap hell. I don't know how the hell they're re-signing anybody.
I know.
I don't understand that either.
Dan Skipper. Okay, that's good. I think he was meant to be in Detroit. Dan Skipper.
Yeah.
But yeah. So with that being said, I think that is we'll hit some more. We'll obviously have some more kind of breaking throughout the week. We can making some little shorts just like we were doing throughout the season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We can definitely do that, and then obviously
I'm sure there's gonna be more huge news, throughout the week.
Yeah, and then we can just round table on Mondays. But yeah, definitely be looking out for that. Some breaking news and
absolutely.
There's just so much news. I don't even know what to talk about at the moment.
Dudes are gonna have to do their chance to play the season. That's facts, Sean.
Facts.
Oh man.
All right. So you guys are the ones that like all the other stuff. So
let's hit some college basketball, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new number 1 in the AP Top 25 ranking, and shout out Courtney is your number 1 Duke Blue Devils with a record of 28-3. They had 52 overall number 1 votes. Houston is your new number 2 with 5 votes, putting them at number 1. But they are number 2. They have a 27-4 ranking, coming off a pretty solid win over the Baylor Bears. I mean, they at one point they were down to Baylor. I was watching it when I was with my dad this weekend. They were down to Baylor at one point by like 12 or 15 points. So
don't sleep on Houston. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, if you're in the Big 12, yeah, you are definitely kind of hitting on Houston. Auburn jumps out to number 3 after losing to Bama in overtime. That was the ending of that game was crazy, and all the Auburn fans throwing trash at the players. But you expect that in a rivalry game, right? Coaches Florida Gators are round out at number 4 with 27-4 overall record, and the Alabama Crimson Tide are at number 5, 24-7 overall. Freaking finally, that's right. But yeah, so I mean, 3 teams right there in the SEC in the top 5 is insane. We've been talking about it all season.
I'm gonna say there's got to be a little bit of AP bias, a little bit of home cooking for Alabama because they jumped 2 spots, even though St. John's continues to win.
That's right. Yeah.
St. John's is at 27-4, and somehow they did not get 11 more votes than Alabama.
Well, I could see it because they barely squeaked by Marquette on. They also had a buzzer beater, so they squeaked by Marquette on Friday night. Saturday night.
At the end of the day, a win's a win, and taking a look at it, they had to go play at Marquette, which was ranked number 20th in the nation. So that was a top 25 matchup right there for the Big East. That is a huge, huge win for St. John's. I mean,
they just got to take it away in the.
There's nothing really that I gotta say. There's nothing really more that I gotta say. St. John's, I feel like should be in the top 5 spot.
Bias. Yep, you said it perfectly.
Big time SEC bias with the AP writers. But then again, I mean, the SEC is really the strongest conference. Like I said last week, they really are the strongest conference in college basketball at the moment. A couple weeks ago. So, right. But we will see come conference tournament time. All that information about like who's the strongest, who's the best goes out the window just because you really determine who's going to be able to make the field by playing in your conference tournaments. And I am going to go ahead and show you currently who has received an automatic bid so far in the NCAA tournament. You don't have to sweat it come next Sunday on Selection Sunday. You can just sit back and relax. I'm going to start out in the Atlantic Sun.
Hey, Rig, how you feeling about Rig, how you feeling about Christian Kirk? How do you feel about losing Laramie Tunsil? That was crazy, man.
Rough.
So yeah, that was rough.
That is rough.
So, hey, Rig, I know you're happy about rough next season coming up here, man. So yeah, I'm sorry, but back to the A-Sun.
No, you're okay. The A-Sun, which by the way, they did make a stupid decision last week. I've been noticing some really odd decisions coming out of the conference office, specifically what they're doing with their marketing. Not really happy with them at the moment. But anyways, the A-Sun champion is Lipscomb. Lipscomb won it on their home floor against North Alabama, who was eligible for the NCAA tournament this year. Tony Pujol, he's been trying so hard with North Alabama. He's been fighting hard and recruiting. Being in the state of Alabama, you've got to compete against SEC programs like Auburn and Alabama. And then you also got to compete with Memphis as well, too, just to your north in northern Alabama. It's a really tough area where he is. Congratulations to them. They've had a great season in North Alabama. But Lipscomb, they're still rolling. They're your A-Sun tournament champions. They are going to the NCAA tournament. Stand up, High Point. Everybody in High Point, North Carolina, y'all can stand up because for the first time ever coming out of the Big South, High Point University is going to the NCAA tournament. First time since 1999. It is going to be an absolute blast for y'all. Y'all better enjoy it. It's going to be a great freaking time. Congratulations there. And also congratulations to the women's basketball program, Chelsea Banbury, who played at FGCU and then coached at FGCU for at least, I believe it was 11 or 12 years at FGCU. She was a great staff member for Carl Smesko and ultimately took a lot of his stuff to High Point, and she's helping the girls out right now. I've got their second NCAA tournament bid in a row. Congratulations.
Hold on. Just then,
okay?
Najee Harris went to the Chargers on a 1-year deal. He is no longer going to be a Steeler.
Wow.
Yep. And the Chase Young deal is a 3-year, $51 million deal to stay with the Saints. Just got those notifications.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take me a minute to think all that real quick through. Out of the Missouri Valley, Drake has taken the Missouri Valley in Arch Madness. They are going to the NCAA tournament. No having to worry. Saul, I see you with the Go Gators. Courtney Wheelie saying bye. Don't care. My Buckeyes men's basketball sucks, so let's go, Lady Buckeyes. Rig Rockers, I love it. Support your ladies teams as well too. The dudes can't just do it all. The women help as well with elevating the program. In the Ohio Valley, SIUE, Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Everybody over there, stand up. Y'all are going to the NCAA tournament for the first time. It is an absolute amazing thing for them. They played SEMO on Saturday night. That's where I did shoot a little video.
Oh, that's funny.
Is where I did shoot that video in front of a fireplace in the chat, you guys. That was the game that I was watching. SIE, congratulations. I always try to watch the first conference championship of the year. It's always a good time. And then in the Summit League, we had a default winner because the matchup that Omaha and St. Thomas University matchup between Omaha and St. Thomas University, St. Thomas Tommies, unfortunately, were ineligible for the NCAA tournament after moving up directly from Division III to Division I. I believe that was back in 2021, 2022, or 2020, 2021. The NCAA officially changed the reclassification for Division II to Division I. It is now only 3 years, but if you want to jump up from Division III to Division I, it is going to take a minimum of 4 years. St. Thomas was the only one to do it. They had 24 wins. So unfortunately, they, by default, were not going to be able to go. Omaha, Nebraska, hello, University of Omaha, stand up. Y'all are going to the NCAA tournament for the very first time. So congratulations to the graduates of the Never Made the Tournament Club for making the NCAA tournament. So far tonight, taking a look at the scores from around college basketball. I'm going to grab them here real quick. I accidentally went to
while he's pulling that up, while you're pulling it up, you said Najee Harris is on a deal with San Diego.
Yeah, he went to Chargers for a 1 year.
Well, I know they released Gus Edwards, but I guess him, Najee, and JK will battle out for the number one, or maybe there'll be a 1-2 punch.
Well, I know that we were talking to Najee too in Minnesota.
That would have been a great 1-2 punch.
Rather taken him than going with Aaron Jones, just because, like I said, I just feel like he's at the end of his stint.
Troy won this evening, so it's good. Yeah, no, I think they'll definitely have good. They'll have a good running game out, and with the Chargers, Justin Herbert's a great quarterback. So He just needs some better receivers to throw to.
Hey, Courtney, real quick. That comment where you said out here talking about poopy teams. Listen, Duke was one of those poopy teams way back then when
She's not even talking to you.
took
She's
over.
talking to the coach.
So listen,
Because her and coach are talking shit on Facebook.
Hey, continue to talk shit. Talk in the chat. We'll talk about it. So, anyways, but yeah, watch out what you say because you never know if Duke gets hit by the death penalty in the NCAA at any time because it could happen. You never know. But anyways, currently taking a look in the SoCon Championship. That one just went final. Wofford Terriers are going back to the NCAA tournament. They upset the 5 seed Furman, who had 25 wins all season, but then lost 7 games in the SoCon. So that means that they played a pretty cupcake schedule. Wofford, you are going to the NCAA tournament. Enjoy yourselves. Let me see here. The Sun Belt, Troy, they did win. Unfortunately, I did message Sean and told them, y'all better run that gauntlet. Unfortunately, that gauntlet came to an end, and Troy was your winner. They did defeat Old Dominion earlier, I believe, back on Saturday to take it. Old Dominion did have a great run. They did try to run the gauntlet. But there is another team that I do want to pull up right now. I'll go ahead and I'll grab this bracket. So that way y'all can see. I'm gonna share it real quick.
Wow,
so
that's.
I'll go ahead and I'll present this now.
Why are you going through that? Towson, number 1 Towson in the CAA got upset by Delaware. That's huge.
The Blue Hens, by the way, they are running the gauntlet right now.
Yeah, they are.
I mean,
Towson.
that one is nasty.
Towson was definitely a potential to do some at least do some damage in the tournament, and they had a great for beginning of the season in non-conference play, but too bad for Towson. That's crazy.
So anyways, I cannot find an updated bracket, but Pepperdine, they are playing in the semifinal right now against St. Mary's. They're down by 3, 21-18 with 9:24 left in the first half. Pepperdine, 13 wins all year, and they're running the frickin' gauntlet all the way from the first rounds to get to the semifinal against St. Mary's. Now, if Pepperdine ends up winning the WCC, which is a very, very small shot for them at this point, very small still. But if they end up running it and winning it, I mean, golly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed what team you're saying? Pepperdine. Okay.
The Pepperdine Waves. Everybody want to go surfing out there, I guess, at the moment. I want to go surfing if they make the NCAA tournament this year. I want to go out there just to go see it. But
they're playing St. Mary's tonight.
They're playing St. Mary's right now. They're down by now. It's 4, 22-18.
I have the UNC Wilmington and Charleston game on right now. So
yeah,
back and forth.
Yeah, UNC Wilmington and Charleston are tied at 22 with 7:27 left in the first half. Currently in immediate timeout. Nichols and Incarnate Word currently sitting at 28-27 in favor of Nichols. Currently at the half in the Southland quarterfinal. But yeah, Delaware. I mean, Delaware is nasty.
I didn't see. I definitely did not see them coming
great right now in the conference tournament title. This is their last year in the Colonial, because they are preparing to move up into FBS, I believe.
What, Big East?
No, they're not. Big East doesn't have one. Let me just check here.
So they're because they're a football school too.
They are a football school.
So must be moving to probably what, American? It has to be like the American or the Sun Belt.
It can't be the American. I think it's going to be it's going to be Conference USA.
Oh, USA. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's USA. That's definitely that's Conference USA is going to be a tough one.
It is. It will be a tough one for college football this year for them. It's not easy moving up from FCS to FBS.
Oh yeah. Let's we'll run down the teams real quick. Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky, Sam Houston, as I like to say. Yeah, because I say that because UCF beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Liberty, Louisiana Tech, UTEP, so University of Texas El Paso, Florida International. You have New Mexico State, Middle Tennessee, and then Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State, I expect them to run the table starting within the next few years. It's going to take a while for them just because they are still working on FCS to FBS transition, which they had already completed anyways, but it's really going to take a while. They have to fight because you got programs throughout Atlanta. You got Georgia Tech, you got Georgia State, you got Georgia Southern, you also got Kennesaw State. So it's going to be difficult for them to be able to recruit out there. It's going to take a minute for them to get their footing.
I mean,
once they find their footing, they'll be fine.
Conference USA is such a bad conference.
It is. Yeah. It's tough. But Liberty, you have to go up against Liberty as well too. Liberty has unlimited money.
Well, okay, yeah.
They have
a lot of Trump. They have a lot of Trump money too. Well, we'll keep politics out of this, but
I don't see any Trump funds in there at all. I just see a bunch of donors. I see a bunch of good old Southern boys with a bunch of money ready to throw at it, throw at their athletics program at any time.
Liberty. Well, obviously, I'm originally from
Liberty.
Yeah.
Liberty. What the fuck?
It's obviously it's a private Christian academy, so it's very restrictive.
Like, I don't know anything about shit.
Sean can back me up.
I don't watch college basketball. That's why I'm not adding anything.
Yeah,
I absolutely love college basketball.
It just
private Christian academy, private Christian school. Liberty is very conservative. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bunch of rich Southern white boys. But
there is plenty of money out there in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Oh, 100%. At the school. Anywhere else you go in Lynchburg? Not really.
Yeah,
it's just all mountains. If you want real college football, you go down the road to Blacksburg. You go to Virginia Tech. That's where you go to watch real football.
That is
Terps Nation.
That really is. So, but anyways, it's looking really good for the conference tournaments that are going on right now. Diploma Mill. I mean, they do have advertising on the 24 of William Byron in NASCAR, so they do have that.
He's from
degree mill, but it is looking like that.
He's from Charlotte, so I think he's from like North Carolina. He's probably one out there. But yeah, who are some teams you definitely want to keep an eye on? Lynchburg is yes it is. Liberty is like where all the money is. You go anywhere else in Lynchburg,
Liberty.
Poor.
So, who I want to keep an eye on as far as mid-majors go going into the NCAA tournament, Lipscomb, here's the deal. So, Lipscomb and North Alabama, when they played each other last week or on Sunday, it was the 1 seed and 2 seed. The 1 seed was hosting in Lipscomb, which, by the way, campus sites are going away next year for the ASUN. It sucks.
Are they?
Absolutely horrible. Absolutely dumb decision.
But the conference needs money. The conference needs money, though.
Yeah, but play it in Jacksonville at Veterans Memorial Arena? No.
Courtney, what are you going to report on, Courtney?
Hell no. Jeff Bacon, what are you doing? Let the boy
come here. I got 2 mics.
Make it a if you have to make it like the 1 and 2 seeds host each round up until the semifinals, that's fine. But my goodness, I mean, just make sure you keep it. But I would keep an eye out on Lipscomb because they can score the basketball. They really, really can. Who else here? Let me see. I would also keep an eye out on Drake because Drake I believe they won 28. They got 27 or 28 wins this year going into their conference championship. Drake is a tough team. FGCU played Drake earlier this year, and Drake was one of the teams that had the longest active winning streak
in Division 1.
Yeah.
Them and Akron.
It was not an easy game. So we played them back on November 16th. We lost 63-61. It was not it was a tough loss just because we arguably played our best defensive game all year. We were not able to really score the basketball offensively for FGCU. So Drake, I mean, look, they're nasty. Watch out for them. If I can see that being a great 5-12 matchup automatically.
I'm sure Coach would appreciate that.
You can, Courtney. But Drake is going to be a tough team, man. I can see that being a 12-5 upset if Drake is able to get seeded that high.
Yeah, I would have to see the matchups to really determine.
Yeah.
Here's one for you guys. Do you think Cooper Flag declares next year in this offseason, or do you think he stays?
He declares.
That's a name that
everybody's getting a bag. I mean, you can get a bag in college that is not necessarily guaranteed, because if you go out and make a bad decision, that bag could get taken away from you. Or you can go to the NBA and sign a professional contract where the money you can ask for some up front and guarantees. And if you end up like making a bad decision while you're there, at least you still got your money at the end of the day.
That's true.
So I think if I'm Cooper Flag, I just take my money and run. And go to the NBA.
Money and run. Oh yeah.
Yep. But yeah, what do we think about with the SEC? Looking at potentially 9 teams going to the
fucking
NCAA
ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Absolutely stupid. It is ridiculous.
So what? We're looking at Auburn, Florida, Bama, Tennessee, A&M, Mizzou. Who else?
I'm grabbing the standings right now.
I just went through. Oh, Kentucky. My bad. How could I leave Kentucky out?
Unless you're the Terps, it don't matter. We're gonna win.
Okay. All right. All right. Hey, George Mason still owns them. I hope you know that.
I don't even care because I don't like college basketball like that.
How did George Mason
I like to say it just to get y'all. Every time I mention, you're like, "Oh my god!"
I want to know when George Mason actually tees off and plays.
They play 5 o'clock. They're the number 2 seed. They play 5 o'clock on Friday. And I tell you what, this is the most unconfident.
Start playing until Friday. Golly.
Well, because we have a double bye. Tournament starts Wednesday.
Got a double bye. Okay.
Yeah, tournament starts Wednesday. And I tell you what, this is the most unconfident I feel as a number 2 seed in this tournament. I'll tell you why. The A10 is notorious. It is notorious for living up to the definition of March Madness.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, especially if we have to play George Washington a third time. Oh, there's no way we're not beating him 3 times in a row.
Quick update. St. Mary's up 30-21 on Pepperdine. 6:03 left in the first half. Pepperdine, please, for the love of God, upset everything and just create chaos. Just beat St.
27-4. I just don't. I don't know. I just can't see it unless something crazy, insane happens in the end.
Yeah, I think that they have the ability to do it. It really. The difference between basketball and football in terms of how you can come back, it's literally just depends on how well you're able to shoot the ball. That's it.
It's all about going on a run.
It is. It's all about runs.
You go on the right run at the right time late in the game. It doesn't matter if you're down 20, you could come back.
I just want to see them run the ultimate gauntlet.
A good fucking run in basketball changes everything. No lead's really safe.
Look, I mean, there's probably 5 rounds in the West Coast Conference. They've completed. Actually, no, there's 6 rounds in the West Coast Conference. They've completed 4 so far. Get this done, and it should be easy for you come conference championship time in Orleans Arena in Vegas.
You know which conference I've been really kind of like disappointed by this season is the ACC.
Yeah, it's been rough. It really has been a very rough season for everybody in the ACC. You only got 3 top 25 teams coming out of the ACC. Number 1, Duke. Number 13, Louisville. Number 10, Clemson. And then only 5. No, let me see. You only have 6 teams with 20 wins total. SMU, North Carolina, Wake Forest, Clemson, Louisville, Duke. So here's the deal. SMU, they got some work to do to be able to make the big dance. And I mean, they have to win.
I don't see him getting past. I don't see him getting past any of those top 3 teams.
You have to just win a couple rounds. That's
it. Time out, Courtney. I said I was disappointed in the conference. Duke, I'm fine. I'm fine with being number 1. They definitely deserve number 1. Nothing against Duke. It's just the ACC is just not kind of packing this year.
Yeah,
there's just lots of better other teams.
It really isn't. It's definitely been a tough season. Stanford, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. I mean,
not my government name. God damn.
Good luck to y'all. Y'all gotta fucking run the gauntlet like NC State did. Which, by the way, their head coach, NC State, got fired.
I saw that
after making the Final Four run.
I saw that.
Got let go because
they had such an awful
5-15 in conference.
They had such an awful season after going to the Final Four. You can't turn around and have such a shit season.
Yeah, here's the deal. They went all in. They tried. They basically went all in, and
then you lose to Miami. You lose to Miami on your last game. That's unacceptable.
I don't know.
Miami, who has done diddly shit all season.
Look, all I'm saying is right now, the guy that created the run for NC State, who used to be the director of basketball operations, he is now he wasn't the director of basketball operations. He oversaw everything basketball, as far as financially. He is now the AD at FGCU. Start making some phone calls, please, because I don't want to see Pat for another year at FGCU playing sub.
Yeah, Brian. It was Burns. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sean.
Look, we'll take him.
I don't think he's not even in the league. I don't think he made the league. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
No, he didn't get. I don't think he got drafted.
I don't think he did.
Oh, I'm looking it up real quick.
Probably playing in some other country.
True. I mean, he was fucking massive
though. Let's go. You know who it
Let's
is.
see. NC State.
Not the government.
But yeah, Colin Hargis, please make some phone calls, man.
DJ Burns. That's right. DJ Burns.
See who makes a run this year in the NCAA tournament, and please.
Ready?
Give it a pat.
He plays in the Korean basketball league.
I told you it's one of them other countries. I told you that. I knew it.
Go Yang Sono Sky Gunners.
Go Sky Gunners.
We're good for good for him. I'm glad he's getting some playing time.
Yeah,
good for him. I'm happy for the guy. Anything else on college basketball? We'll have more to report on next week as the brackets are set. Oh, by the way, we'll definitely make some brackets here. Kind of post all of ours.
One final score update: 34-24, St. Mary's over Pepperdine. I mean, Pepperdine has probably bet their match, but we'll see. It's a long game. There's still plenty of time left. They got to play a little bit.
Peppercorn. Peppermint.
Pepperdine. Pepperidge Farm. All right. How about we move on and talk a little baseball real quick? A little spring training action.
Well, I'm going to start crying, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. You know I'm going to start crying.
Sean, to answer your question, most likely. Most likely, yes.
I did see that. I did see the Orioles won 6-3.
The O's did one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got some news on the Rays, by the way, as well too. But Matt, if you want to go ahead and kick us off,
go ahead and get that done. I'm too sad right now.
Okay. Oh, well, at this point, the news is out that Tampa Bay's group has officially been made public. The Tampa Bay Rays are being pursued, and the St. Petersburg Stadium deal that people are bitching back and forth about, they want to commit to it. They want to do it. So, I mean, Stu, look, take the money and get out of MLB. Looking at you right now, Stu. Take the money and get out of the MLB. Please. That's all I got. Matt?
Absolutely.
The floor is yours.
You would know more than me.
Go ahead.
Nah, man.
You ain't got it?
Yeah, it's just really.
Anybody got any opinions? Anybody got any thoughts?
What? On the Tampa Bay thing?
Yeah.
Let's just get some stuff moving. It's been a lot of speculation and back and forth. Let's just get
That's what happens when your money is involved. It's really happens.
Let me actually grab the name of it real quick here. Hang on.
Of the group.
But yeah, Stu Sternberg is pretty much on the chopping block at this point.
Just gotta give it. We just selling it at this point
because the commissioner of the MLB, Rob Manfred, is pressuring him to sell at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a bad situation for you guys right now. So,
and guess who wants to buy?
Who?
The DeBartolo family
way,
wants
really?
to buy. And the DeBartolo family is huge in Tampa because they've done hotel chains out here. They've done a bunch of other little things.
I was going to say, educate the viewers who the
Eddie DeBartolo need y'all to come back. You can keep the 49ers, but we need y'all to come back over to Tampa. Help us out a little bit, man. Buy the Rays. Let's get the stadium deal going. Let's keep the stadium deal intact. Let's build a new stadium in St. Petersburg. Let's also work to get high-speed rail in Tampa. So that way that both sides of the bay.
High-speed rail, that's funny.
Both sides of the bay would be well comfortably traveled. Let's make a deal. Come on. Bring the money over. Let's get this done.
That's funny.
So, but that's all I got. Matt, do you have anything you want to talk about? Any thoughts?
It just fucking sucks, man. Garrett Cole, Yankees ace, is gonna have Tommy John. That's pretty much I mean, I don't want to say it's the season right there, but they should be fine. Hopefully, fine with Max Fried. But you also have Luis Gil hurt. One of their all-star rookie or their rookie of the year pitcher last year. The Yankees do. But it fucking sucks, man.
But hey, guess what? Guess what? There is a bright spot. I don't know, E, if you got this clip for the Yankees, but nice little bright spot out here in Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Oh,
I think it's the only baseball clip, right?
That is.
I think this is it. I just put baseball as the name of it.
Yeah, it's over, Sean.
Gets a running start. Chisholm hits it a mile to right, and that one's not coming back. Jazz Chisholm hit one to the tent.
Hold on a second. Was that you?
Did you guys see that? See that?
Oh, that was you. What the
Go back.
One more time.
Go back and replay it.
They kept it on you for a hot minute.
I had to keep it quiet on it, but I saw that.
That is awesome.
Gets a running start. Chisholm hits it a mile to right, and that one's
You unmute your mics, you guys. Look at this. Look at this beautiful home run. It's such a beautiful day. Yes, take your trot, Jazz. Take your trot.
There's Jazz Chisholm. And look at that guy.
There he is. Look at the guy. He's got
look at that
both
guy.
hands up. He's smiling.
That's funny.
Absolutely. So did a little adventure this weekend with my dad. So my dad and I have made this kind of a tradition over the last couple of years. So every spring we go down to kind of explore all the spring training camps down here in Florida, in the Grapefruit League. So he came down. He came down for the weekend. Friday we knocked out our last two on the list. So we've officially hit all the spring training camps here in Florida. So Friday we went down to Fort Myers and we saw the Red Sox spring training camp. Yes, I did have to hold my breath there.
Have you ever taken the stadium tour of that, by the way?
Of the Fort Myers Stadium?
Yes.
I have not.
Fenway South. Take the tour. Everybody out there that's listening and watching right now, take the tour. It is a great time. It is worth it. It's seriously a freaking cool place.
10 out of 10 recommend?
It's a 10 out of 10 recommendation. So
awesome. But anyway, so yeah, we went down to Fenway South in Fort Myers. We saw the Red Sox. They demolished the Marlins 20-5. It was an insane game, just runs after runs after runs. Trevor Story had 2 home runs. I know, right? It was a total football score.
I know a couple teams that play football on a baseball field,
but it was interesting actually because their camp down there. Before the game starts, you can actually go to the practice fields. You can walk up to the players and ask for the autographs and all that. Biggest guy I saw, Rafael Devers.
Damn,
saw him right there. I was like within high five distance of him. He was crazy.
Hell yeah,
he was pretty cool. I mean, as a Yankees fan, I should have said fuck you or something like that. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. Yeah, no, it's cool. It was just cool to see all these prospects and famous players up close.
Did you end up taking a tour around Fort Myers or anything, or doing anything?
No, we were quick in and out because Friday night we drove across the state to Palm Beach. So Saturday we spent the day. Yeah, we spent the day in Palm Beach at the Nats and the Astros training camp. They share a training campsite in West Palm Beach. So during the day, the 12 o'clock game, we went to my dad and I saw the Cardinals take on the Nationals. Saw some great prospects there, and then the nightcap was the Yankees and the Astros. And if you wouldn't mind going and pulling that picture up, that was pretty much the highlight of my weekend that I sent in.
A picture that you sent of you?
Yes, the picture of me and Mr. Brian Cashman, the GM of the New York Yankees. I'll tell you, he's a nicest guy. I know obviously his decision making is not really the best, but overall just a friendly guy. I went up to him and said, Mr. Cashman, can I have a picture? He said absolutely, and just brought me in. And yeah, just a fantastic guy.
Great guy. Wonderful experience, man.
Crazy. He just walked up the stairs and absolutely. That was really the highlight of my weekend right there, was taking a picture with a millionaire pretty much.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So we went down to Palm Beach. Saw on the night game, we saw the Yankees take on the Astros. And then on Sunday we just drove a little. We stayed in Palm Beach for 2 nights, and then Sunday yesterday we went up to Jupiter, Florida, where the Marlins and the Cardinals share a training camp. And yeah, we saw the Yankees again take on the Cardinals, where again you saw the replay there of pretty much I had a solid 3-4 seconds of camera time right there.
They left it on you for a hot minute.
Yeah, it was crazy. Man. So that was really good. I said that was a close second.
Was this your fourth spotting this spring training already?
Yeah, fourth, probably the fourth of this spring training camp.
Getting all kinds of screen time, man. We need to make some no rules of sports shirts. That way you can have it on, so you can be like.
That would be sick, actually.
I need to make a design and send you a shirt.
That's right. Oh yeah, I'll get like a coach with his hats. Get like a little logo. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Fun fact: Danielle is actually surprised. She surprised me. She's taking me down to Steinbrenner Field next Tuesday, and we're gonna go see the Sox and the Yankees play.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude.
I'll get some content down there. As you know, I very much despise the Boston Red Sox, but any opportunity I get to go to a game down there, I will absolutely take advantage. But yeah. So yeah, that was kind of my weekend. I spent the weekend. I pretty much when spring training is in full effect, I go to a lot of games. This upcoming weekend, I will be Ben. I forgot to tell you, I'm actually going down to Port Charlotte for the Rays. Yeah, so I'm going with some family. My aunt and my step uncle. My aunt's a Rays fan, so I said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Who are they playing when you go see them?
They're playing the Yankees.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that'll be a great time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So I'm gonna spend some time with some family. So I'm gonna do that during the day on Saturday, and then Saturday night. So my aunt and step uncle live in Venice. So, the Braves Braves spring training camp is right there in Venice. They are hosting the Twins at 6:05. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out that evening, and then on Sunday I'll go ahead and go to Steinbrenner. Go O's. That's
Pops
crazy.
joined up. That's my
Hey,
dad.
what's up, Walt? How you doing, Mr. Moore?
How's it going, Mr. Moore?
Good to see you. Thanks for stepping
howdy.
in. Absolutely. So yeah, Sunday I'll go ahead and stop by Steinbrenner again. It's great because I just buy the general admission ticket out, and you can sit in the outfield for $30. So really not a bad deal at all. I need to work on my as you some I got some color. The lighting's kind of bad, but I got some color this weekend over the last couple weekends. So
did you go tan at all anywhere? Like West
no,
Palm?
you don't need it. You're cooking in the sun all weekend long.
Yeah, you are
so.
cooking. So
yeah, don't let him lie to you. He hit the tan in bed.
What do you mean? But yeah, I just it's very exciting. Obviously, this is going to be going back to Garrett Cole. This is going to be a huge loss. I mean, this is your ace pretty much. And they're also dealing with other injuries, as I mentioned. Luis Hill's out. DJ LeMahieu, who's their kind of utility player, he is have some setbacks right now. Giancarlo Stanton, he's getting a third round of PNP injections in his arms. Sorry, PRP, whatever injections. Yeah, I'm not good with the sports medicine and all that, but he has tennis elbows pretty much. So he's seeing if that works out. If not, then he's gonna have season-ending elbow surgery on both arms. Which at this rate, who knows how long he has left in him? I mean, he's been in the league for a long time. He's been in the league since the late 2000s. So we're talking almost 15, practically 15 years now. And who else? Jake Cousins. So fun fact: Kirk Cousins' cousin, Jake Cousins, is actually a relief pitcher on the Yankees.
Kirk Cousins' cousin.
Kirk Cousins' cousin.
Cousins.
Yes.
Jake
Cousins' cousins. Yes, Jake Cousins. And you look at him, and you're just like, holy shit, that's Kirk Cousins. You're just like, this guy looks exactly like Kirk Cousins.
How many times can you say cousins in a sentence?
I know, right? I got a kick out of that, but yeah, I mean, he's a great pitcher. He hasn't pitched at all yet because he is also coming off injury as well. But yeah, other than that, it's really just a tough day to be a Yankee fan, having Cole go out like that for the season. I mean, he had some really big potential for the season. He also does have an opt-out, I believe, after this season. If not, it's after next season. So I'm hoping that he does not take the opt-out. He wants to. He grew up a Yankee. It's a great story. He grew up a Yankee fan. He was there during the 2009 World Series. Or I think it was the 2001 or 2009 World Series, and you can see him with holding a poster as well. So really cool story, and I think he wants to stay. He wants to stay in New York. He wants to stay a Yankee for the rest of his career. So got to get his Tommy John. It's gonna be a long road recovery. At least he'll be able to recover in time for next spring training. But I mean, it really fucking sucks. I mean, thank God they picked up Max Fried. Without Max Fried, this lineup would really be cooked. But thank you, Mr. Moore. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Other than that, yeah, I think it's pretty much gonna wrap it up for our baseball segment here. Really, that's really kind of the big highlight coming out of the baseball world today. Garrett Cole having Tommy John. He did seek a second opinion out in Los Angeles, and they did recommend him getting Tommy John. It's not the first. I don't believe it's the first time he's getting Tommy John. So we'll see how quickly he's able to bounce back and recover from that. So, and yeah, it's pretty much going to wrap it up for this evening's show. If you guys are still hanging with us on TikTok, welcome in. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you double tapping the screen, hitting that follow button on the top of the screen. For these you guys hanging out with the originals, hanging out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank you guys for spending your Monday evening with us. We appreciate you as always. Appreciate all the interaction. Make sure you guys leave a follow. Make sure you guys are liking all of our pages. We are live every Monday night at 7 p.m. We're live Mondays instead of Tuesdays just because the NFL offseason. No Monday night games.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Coach has been pretty much having games every Tuesday, so it's either we move our show date, which doesn't matter, like you said, because there's no Monday Night Football.
Right, exactly.
Or he wouldn't be able to deal with us until the season's over.
Exactly. Maybe your father at your pops asked real quick, what do you guys think about Metcalf the Steelers?
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
it's a crazy.
It's nuts.
It's crazy. But the one thing that we talked about the most is who's going to throw him the ball. You got Pickens, Metcalf. You have a lot of offensive weapons, but
now they got to find a new running back too. They got to figure out what their running back situation is too.
I was about to add that because that came later. So not only do they lose Fields to the Jets, obviously Russell Wilson was a 1-year deal. Now they lost Najee Harris to the Chargers. So they're all receivers and tight ends right now, but they don't have anybody to throw them the ball. So,
and the worst part is as well too, I do want to mention Arthur Smith is the offensive coordinator for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
He historically has played favoritism with certain positions. Take a look at his time in Atlanta. He needs to make sure that he spreads the ball evenly to the receivers and not favoriting one over the other.
He doesn't have that. He's not gonna have that problem. That for so long with them, they only had one dominant. Like, who do they really? Besides, obviously, that they're tight end, but Pickens was really it. Now they're gonna have two dominant, very good catching and fast receivers on the edges,
which they needed because that was their last year. Is no depth at wide receiver.
If you cover Muth and you cover Pickens, I mean, they didn't really have. I mean, and Najee Harris. Granted, he had great seasons lead, but last season wasn't really a heavy hitting. I mean, he had good games. Now, I'm not going to say he didn't, but he wasn't as dominant as he had been.
So what? Right now, your number one running back is Jalen Warren.
But he unless they re-signed him, he is up for free agency as well.
It's true. So they're big.
So unless they did, I don't know. They could have re-signed him. I don't know, but I know for a fact that he's been signing like short deals.
Yeah, and I mean he's not like a dominant like running back.
No, he's not a one. He's a good 2-punch. He's not a one to me.
I could see like a guy like Raheem Mostert going to. I mean he's Raheem Mostert's definitely a starter. He just got all his playing time taken away by Devon Achane.
He's hella fast, man.
He is. I had him on fantasy. He was a gem,
bro.
He won me a couple leagues, not last year, but 2 years ago.
He has some wheels.
Yeah, Jalen Warren's still on the active roster. Also, you have Cordero Patterson, but I mean,
he's not. He's a plug into.
He's 33 years old.
He's a plug into a scheme guy. He's not the guy he was,
no,
6-7
definitely
years ago.
not.
That's another thing about with that though, is like with Mostert. I mean, he's getting to the end of that career cycle, man. He's still a starter. I think he's more of a 2 guy too.
I definitely could.
Bye, Courtney. Good night.
Good night, Courtney. We'll see you maybe next week. Good night, Courtney. Appreciate you coming in. Seal shit off for Taylor Swift. Gosh. Oh gosh, could you imagine the scrutiny and BS around the league that you'd hear?
Oh man.
Trying to I mean, if the Cowboys decide to move on from Rico Dowdle, that could be a place that the Steelers could go for. A guy that Steelers could go for as well.
Unless y'all pick somebody up, I don't see y'all moving on from him.
Well, let me see.
Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I mean, if we draft Jonty, or RJ. I mean, I mentioned it like way during the season during our college football segments. RJ Harvey is definitely someone to watch coming out of UCF. He's definitely something that's kind of underrated. And I mean, the guy out of Arizona State, Scadaboo.
Yeah,
Scadaboo.
I forgot about him. He's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
I know. I saw that. He's gonna be interesting to me because he really is very versatile. I want to see what a team does with him.
Oh yeah,
we've had
100%.
a little uptick on YouTube, so we appreciate y'all coming through. This is
shout out you guys on YouTube. Appreciate you guys keeping the chat alive, keeping the interaction alive. So yeah, we'll have next week we'll have some more free agency news to talk about. Of course, we'll get you caught up on all the news and scores and standings around the NBA. Obviously, we're in tournament week in the college basketball world, so we'll give you the final breakdown of the bracket. We'll also make our own brackets as well here next week, and of course, we'll have some more baseball news. So make sure you tune in next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live again, same thing on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and we'll also be live on TikTok. So we're trying to build up TikTok. We're trying to build up all of our pages. So for all of y'all hanging out, we appreciate you guys. And like I said, anything you'd like us to talk about, anything sports related, we are more than open to discussing. In general, it could be cricket, it could be lacrosse, hockey, whatever it is, whatever it might be, whatever you guys want to talk about.
Swimming, diving.
Yep. Exactly.
One thing to keep an eye on too is I'm working on fully customizing our show. With right now we're kind of limited to what we can do, but I'm working on fully customizing it. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know because
throw it our way.
We're going to be doing some bigger things with this platform. We'll be on more than just the 4. I mean, we'll be branching off to Kick,
IG Live.
Yep. So if you guys have anything that you've ever seen on the show that you're like, hey, I wish they would have done this, send us a message. I mean, if it's something that
DM
we
us
like, we'll put it in.
DM us on any platform, on any of our accounts.
My X account right here is also my Instagram account, is also my Snapchat, and I will be linking it to my Facebook shortly.
Excellent. Until next week, guys, be good to people, do nice things, share, spread love, not hate, and we'll catch you guys next week.
One more thing real quick before you guys run the outro. I want to give a shout out to everybody with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, specifically the family of Matthew Cox. Unfortunately, Matthew was diagnosed with cancer back a couple of months ago, and he unfortunately passed away last week. Just want to give a shout out and just say that my thoughts and prayers go out to the Cox family. Everybody within Rouse Mob, Skyway Casuals, really appreciate y'all. So just praying for Matt. And this season, I'm going to dedicate that season to him.
Absolutely.
As we did just kick off our season on Saturday against Las Vegas. So
well said, Ben.
Yep. And then to end it on a good note, positive note.
Of course.
Tonight might be the night that I will fall for you. Over again. Don't make me change my mind.
Yeah.
Who is Jimmy Butler gonna ruin that?
Take care, guys. See you next week.
See ya.